in the sunshine calling your name. Whole world shining, but you're brighter the same. Every smile you give light up the room.
Tonight we celebrating you.
Camera on, yeah, you're glowing so fine.
Every moment you one of a kind. All your people say they love your vibe. Simone, it's your night tonight.
Candles burning, hearts all turning.
Everything feels right.
Music playing,
Love we're saying, we gon' ride all night. Yeah. Happy birthday, Simone.
Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, this is my birthday stuff. I sent the wrong one.
all the love coming your way.
We celebrating you today.
Happy birthday,
Oh
you a star on
no.
every screen.
From your smile to everything.
Simone TV,
Oh, I uploaded the wrong one. I'm here, my God, yes.
happy birthday.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to delete that song because I uploaded the wrong one. I thought I uploaded the revised version of it. How are you, my tea time? My sugar plum, I miss you so. Tea time, I'm gonna ban you from this channel. What do you mean happy birthday? Don't you say I stop it because I put the wrong song on? I'm gonna change it now. I miss you, my honey. Next month is your birthday again. Yes. Every month is my birthday. Oh, how can oh, Jesus Christ. Look at the song that I should put and I put the wrong one. Never mind. Never mind. Let's have another guy. How are you doing, my beautiful? I'll just stop by to say hi. By the way, can you hear me? You can hear me, right? I realize every month. Leave me alone, daytime. What's wrong with you? Aren't you even happy to see me? Oh my goodness, you know what? I should have put the jewel thing on, or else no one's gonna come to this live stream. And that's the whole reason that I'm gonna end it and start again. Because I totally forgot to put it on. Let's go see if I can quickly be a cheeky girl and put it on. Oh no, I can't. I'm gonna end it and start again. Hi guys, welcome in. Hi, my evangelist. Hello, Toma, my darling. How are you doing, honey? Hi, everybody. Hi, Nats. Hey, Nats. How are you doing, my honey? Tea time. What do you mean? What is Simone doing around there? What do you mean around where? Um. Oh gosh, I totally forgot what I was doing now. Oh yeah, I'm adding another song because the song that I chose was the wrong song. Just give me 1 second, guys. How's everybody doing? I stopped by to say hi to you guys. Hope you are well. Just wanted to say hello. All right then. Did you guys miss me? Hold on a minute. I can't see the comments. I'm trying to put the song. Hopefully this is a good one.
Suppor TV. It's your day away.
Hey Nats. Hey guys. Guys, how are you guys doing? You missed me, Evangelist?
Calling your name, whole world shining, but you're brighter the same. Every smile you give, light up the room. Tonight, we celebrating you. Camera on, yeah, you're glowing so fine. Every moment you were one of a kind. All your people say they love your vibe. Simone, it's your night tonight. Streaming L-I-V-E all turn.
This one's better. It's not saying no happy birthday.
Music playing, love we're saying. We gon'
Nice song. Thank you.
Suppor TV, it's your moment, live your dream. All the love coming your way, celebrating you today. Shining queen, you the star on every screen. From your smile to everything, Suppor TV we sing. Happy.
Thank you, my evangelist. Now come to the dance floor.
We love you.
Guys, I just came by to say hi to you guys. Tell me in the chat what's going on, guys. What's going on with you guys?
When you laugh, everybody feel free. That's the magic of Suppor TV. Lights flash, everybody singing along. This the place where your love belong. Make a wish, let the night unfold. Another stream more love to hold.
Hands up high, sparks in the sky. Make a smile tonight. Feel the rhythm, pure love giving. Everything feels.
You haven't given anybody trouble for a long time, have you?
It's your moment, live your dream. All the love coming your way, celebrating you today. Shining queen, you the star on every screen. From your smile to everything, Suppor TV we sing.
You deserve it all tonight.
All tonight.
Oh, love.
Love and joy surrounding you.
Surrounding you.
Now you have to come. Perhaps someone can come soon. By the way, guys, does anybody, Tiffany, can you come up here with me? Let me copy the link. Send it down.
All the love coming your way, celebrating you today. Happy, shining queen, you the
Tiffany,
star.
can you come up here with me, please? I don't know what word is. What language is that? I sent you. See the link there. Come. I'm waiting. My evangelist is not well, so she can't come. Nats, can you come? Come. Nats, don't you want to come say hi to me? There's the link. Just click on it. You can just press it and come. I'm waiting. I almost got locked out of my account today. Can you imagine it? Hey, Real. How are you doing, my honey? How are you doing, Real? Oh my God. Talking of ads. Why did I even come live? Oh my goodness. It's just, let's ever just catch me here. Putting no ads on my live stream. Can you
give light
imagine?
up the room. Tonight we
I've forgotten how to
celebrate
come live.
you. Camera on, yeah, you're glowing so fine. Every
Ethan, I'm
moment you were
waiting,
one of
please.
a kind. All your people say they love your vibe.
How you doing,
Simone,
odds, my
it's your
darling?
night tonight. Streaming, L-I-V-E, all turning. Everything feels right.
Welcome to the party, guys.
Love we're saying. We gon' live all night. Simone TV.
Oh my God.
All the love coming your way, celebrating you today. Shining queen, you the star on every screen. From your smile to everything, on TV we sing. Happy,
Simone, we love you.
happy.
Love is true, AI person.
Celebrate you.
Say some more to love you.
Every year you getting better with time. Golden heart with that beautiful shine.
Oh,
When you laugh,
boy.
everybody feel
I hope
free.
I'm
That's the
actually
magic
getting
of some
better
on
with time,
TV. Lights
honestly. I
flash,
hope it.
everybody singing along. This the place where your love belong. Make a wish, let the night unfold. Another stream more love to hold.
Hands up high, sparks in the sky. Make us smile tonight. Feel the rhythm, pure love giving. Everything feels right. Simone TV, it's your moment, live your dream. All the love coming your way, celebrating you today. Shining queen, you the star on every screen. From your smile to everything, Simone TV we sing.
Good morning, lovely. That's so nice, my darling. I'm so glad that you're okay. Sometime, not
Love and joy surrounding
it's running up here if you want now.
everything you do so true.
Oh, Simone.
Celebrate you.
Oh,
Simone TV, it's your moment, live your dream. All the love coming your way, celebrating you today.
Good night, Evangelist. And bless you, my honey.
You the star on every screen.
Someone will also send hi, and Evangelist will also send hi to you. Hi.
shining queen.
Happy, shining queen. On TV we sing.
Actually, I need to go back to my studio to go look if anyone is joining.
Love and
Even though I'm waiting for time, not here anyway.
Simone TV.
It's your day away.
Where's my chat on? Guys, consider joining my membership. This is a membership promotion, guys.
Sing on TV.
Your day
Cool.
away.
Woke up in the sunshine, calling your name. Whole world shining, but you're brighter the same. Every smile you give, light up the room. Tonight, we celebrating you. Camera on, yeah, you're glowing so fine. Every moment you were one of a kind.
Let me put my
All your
membership.
people
This is
say they love your vibe. Simone, it's your night tonight. Streaming, L-I-V-E, all turning.
Okay, guys, so you can join my membership. It's only
We gon' live
99 coins.
Simone TV.
It's not even £1.
Live your dream. All the love coming your way, celebrating you today. Shining queen, you the star on every screen. From your smile to everything, Simone TV we sing. Happy,
Simone, we love you.
happy.
Celebrate you. Yeah. Every year you getting better with time. Golden heart with that that beautiful shine. When you laugh, everybody feel free. That's the magic of some on TV. Lights
Tea
flash,
time.
everybody singing along. This the place where your love belong.
What do you
Make a
mean
wish,
what's
let the night
keeping? It's a
unfold. Another
party.
stream
You
of
don't
love
hear?
to hold.
What do you mean what's keeping? I'm waiting on you to come up here. You, Matt, Tallman, Angelis, anybody?
Everything feels right. It's your moment, live your dream.
I don't know what you mean. Like what's keeping? I'm keeping. Do I hear the song saying that I'm the star in every screen?
You deserve it all tonight.
Turn the music down. Alright. Aren't you guys joining me? I'm still waiting for you guys to join on the panel. I'm having a party. It's your audio is not connected. You have to drop and come back again. The audio is not connected. Oh yeah, it's connected now. You mute your mic and your camera. I'm gonna put you on stage now. There you go. You're on stage and you're not muted. So don't be rude. Be nice. I'm turn down the music.
Oh my god.
Hello, my beautiful. I missed you.
How are you, Lady Simone? Hello, chat.
I've been so unwell, honestly. I just thought, let me come live.
Okay, just want to be here tonight because I'm like, you're like, come up, hey, God's glory evangelist Grant, Tallman TV in the building, Nadine, that says that she's beautiful, and beautiful lifestyle, go on, and please share that other persons will know that Simone TV is alive, and she's having a hello party. Hello, party. So the moment you enter the building, you say, hello, chat.
Amen. Matt and Evangelist, you guys should join us up here.
You want everybody to come up here?
Not everybody, but
Are you just feeling like you want your YouTube family? You just want us
yes, I need
no, please,
virtual
you don't
hugs.
want nothing to do with us. And now he's like, I miss you guys. Come up. What kind of love is this? Give me a sec. Let me go turn on this stove before you let me burn up the pot. Give me a minute.
Oh my goodness. These are been so mean to me, She's like, oh, some days you're like, oh, I've got nothing to do with you people. I don't want to see you people. And then another time you're like, oh, come up. You guys should come up. I want to see you guys. Evangelist, how are you feeling today, my love? Nat, how are you feeling today as well? Tell me.
Blessings again.
Honey. You're back. Evangelist say, I'm good. I'm good. Guys, share the live. Interact with my poll. Join my membership. Let me give out some memberships.
You turn on your ads to me?
I did, but I had to do it after because I totally forgot, my dear.
Oh, so you can't do it while it's live anymore?
I did, but it's why it's not allowing us to send 5 first and then 5 again anymore? Oh no, it's good. Yeah. I'm giving out memberships.
Oh, Jamaicans can't get it, right?
Also, they say Real Odds got a membership. Bustady got a membership. Diesel got a membership.
Am I getting one? Because am I getting one?
I think you can't get it and Spongili.
So who are these persons? Are they
Real
unknown?
Odds, Real Odds was here earlier. Hey, my honey. Guys, my honey's in the building. My classic. Hi, my classic.
Hey,
I know
classic.
Rebecca. I know Diesel. I know Cloud. I know Cloud. I know Rebecca. And I know Real. I know Spongile as well. It's his friend.
God's glory is like, I don't like this.
You can just join yourself, even if you don't. As they said, Jamaicans don't see the dollar sign. I don't know how that goes, but
Oh,
even if you don't see the dollar sign, you can just press join.
mm-mm. Join
No,
what? Join
you,
what?
it's on when you go to somebody's page at the front there, you'll see join.
Where? What are you talking about?
Don't you see join on everybody that is monetized
No,
membership?
sis. No, dear.
No.
Join what?
Oh my
You
god.
think you think us Jamaican are that broke for us to see join and not join it? We just can't see nothing.
Oh my. Who are you?
Not all that broke. We're selling yam.
Oh my. Sorry.
My gosh, because we want to join the thing. You guys are, you are a member of my channel on my channel. I can't be a member of yours because it goes already.
Is it not? I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she's coming over here to embarrass us like you Jamaicans need to see join. Like this. Come on.
My classic tea time. Is it my tea time? Yes, classic. It's her. She's so naughty.
Classic. I tried to behave myself. I was in the right there in the chat, just like you all. Blessings to you, Lady Classic. And she's like, "Come up here." And Simone knows me. Like she knows. She
I
know
know. I know. You know I need your vibe just to carry on, right?
that. See, am I like an injection right now?
You are. You're my happy pill.
Classic. She's using me.
I'm not. I'm not. I just missed you. You know how glad I am to hear your voice. I haven't seen you live in ages. What's going on with you?
You know what? I look at my channel, right? For the last time I was live and it says a month ago. And then I have 20
Yeah.
in my back night and day. That's why sometimes you don't give people your number because they are gonna threaten you, right? Come on, do your live. If it's I just don't have like today I'm
Mm-hmm.
here. I literally have so many things to do. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I saw that you were live, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna miss this because I thought it was just one of those little silent live things that I can just go in the chat and leave it. Like, I'm like, hello, I'm like, please don't let her say anything. I thought it was just one of those live where I can just leave my phone and go about my business. She coming up here, come up here with me. I'm like, come up where?
I caught you. I caught you. You see how my classic, you see this tea time? I don't know how you're babying up this tea time. You don't know who this is in the classic. You don't know her. You don't know this tea time.
I
You're
didn't
saying
know.
that you thought that I was doing a silent live. It's like I'm renowned for silent live streams. I don't come live anymore.
Yeah, Simone, listen, I don't know what's going on with you. Like, classic, how does this work? Like, Simone, you need to, I don't know, I want to talk to you about that privately, because we can be like that. But Simone is like, I don't want to go live, I don't want to go live. And yet, Simone is live over there on Simone and more. Like, you don't want us, like, we are the same people over there. Like, what is
That's
that?
not
I
but
want
that's not me though. That's not me. I've got a backup.
I know, but sometimes I'm on Simone and Mo and you're there talking to me. Like I'm saying, come and talk to me on Simone TV too. Like
You never said that. You never said that. It was just enjoying me over there, and you never actually said that. Hi, Simone TV. Hello, my love. How are you doing?
like
Let
make
me
up
tell you straight
mind.
up. I haven't got my glasses at all. Is that Albert? Did I say Albert? Yeah. Did
Yeah.
it? Hello,
Yeah.
my darling. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you for coming.
Woke up in the sunshine, calling your name.
But tea time, at least I come. You guys should just give people their flowers. Like I tried. You know, it's almost midnight.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You know what? I don't know how I got the strength to come live. Like, thank you, my classic. I love you, my honey. I just felt as though like something inside of me was just like, girl, go live right now. I don't even know
Listen,
what you're gonna go there to do, but just go.
I don't know. You know what? I want the same pill in a good way, and I hope it's a good pill that Classic and God's Glory, yeah, God's Glory has, Classic has, and Nadine kind of gets shaky nowadays, like because back then Nadine was like
Yeah,
live.
Mike's not coming live again, and she can't even be asked. If she comes live and there's nobody there, then she'll just end it and go about her business. She
Like
can't be asked
that's
anymore.
not her. Like I used to feed off this girl energy, Nadine. Like she's live every single night. Like I want to go live because Nadine's going to be live, and maybe I want to read her channel. But I don't have that energy to feed off anymore. But anyway, that's not it. I am just so busy. I have so many things like that comes my
Thank
way,
you,
which
my
I was
sister.
praying for, and the Lord gave them to me. So I right now, what I want is not consistency, is balance. That's the word that I want. I want somebody inject me with the pill or the medication and give me the pill balance. That's what I want. Balance. Stallman, I want.
Yes, so man, it is. Yeah. Yeah, it is almost midnight. My classic's saying very nice, my beautiful. Thank you, my classic. Spiral. Hi, Spiral.
Styles here. Blessings. Welcome in.
Morning.
Welcome in. Yeah. So classic.
But we
I
miss you, Tita. We miss you know what? Isn't YouTube streets nowadays kind of like a ghost town? Like there's hardly anybody live in it.
repeat that.
Isn't like a YouTube streets nowadays like kind of like a ghost town? Like there's hardly anybody live when
Oh,
like
can I
normally
see that?
there are a lot of people live, but nowadays like a lot of people are not live anymore. You don't even see them on your channels anymore.
Yeah, listen. Like back then, I don't know. You remember we declared it in 2025. We were like 2026. You're going hard.
We're going hard in the open. Oh my God.
Nadine, classic. We declared it. We are going hard. Going hard. We're going hard. And
We
you
were
think
there preaching with Evangelist talking about it's my year. Evangelist was telling us, repeat this after me. This 2026 is my year. It's my and we were preaching with oh my God. Guys, why are you guys laughing?
oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. We were like, 2026 is my year. It's my year.
Listen. We are like, but guess what? It's not maybe for something else, like persons of their life. Like I spoke, I'm going hard, and trust me, I'm going hard there for something else. Like really and truly
So
hard.
nice
Like
to
I'm not
see
a
you,
morning person, and for
friend.
me to wake up early to go out every single day nowadays. I'm
Yeah.
really going hard, but for YouTube, I maybe and the funny thing, I was declaring it for YouTube too, because they know anything with money into, and then the thing is
Yeah.
they meet people, and so I want to go hard with that.
Hey, Fab.
Fabulous is in the building. Not. Yeah, but Simone, we can go again. Listen, we still have life, and where there's life.
Is it back now, tall man? Yeah, you're right, tea time. Is it back? Oh my goodness, I need to visit you, tall man.
Okay, so Talman is back here, like up, me, my Simone, me back, like on the road. Like, listen, you see, so you were off a bit.
Yes, I know what he's talking about because I've been always asking him every time, but it's because I haven't been live for a while, so I haven't even seen him properly. And then you know when you ask somebody in a chat and then the message just floats away, like
You're
But
the
how
one,
are you
Nadine.
doing?
So, Nadine, you can't just imagine I'm in UK. You want me to talk part? Well, I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna come up here and spooky speaky.
Yes, tea time. Let us chat Jamaican patois.
How you do
Um,
that now? Simone, what's for dinner? Dinner?
Simone, what's for
Simone,
dinner?
Simone, what's for breakfast?
It's almost breakfast, Spiral. It's almost breakfast. You know what, Spiral? It's almost morning for me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Guys, I'm so happy to see you guys, honestly.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that Tea Time came up and joined us. Tea Time, we need to see you live though. Hey,
I
Glenn.
go down now.
No, you have to stay. I'm not gonna stay long. I'm not gonna stay long because um,
Listen, people, for you all know Simone. Simone will be like, I will not stay long for life, but Simone will go 7 hours. I don't know. The moment she get her people to talk with, the moment she's in the right crowd, this girl, this girl don't even care that it's 12 o'clock.
I'm a bit of a chatterbox. It's true.
Yeah,
But
with the right crowd, she is.
with
She's
the
not.
right crowd.
She not saying nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You said something just now. Oh, classic said tea time. Speak American for my classic.
Yes, tea time. Yeah, what's the yes, tea time. Talk American. What's for us, the please.
Wow.
Chatterbox Spiral is saying, bless up Tom and Spiral is fine.
I should do it that way. Do it again, tea time.
What's that?
That's how my classic wants it to talk like a radio presenter.
Oh, that's what she want me to do?
Yeah, like that. What you're doing now?
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here tonight. We are talking about hello, everyone. Just stopping by to say hi for 10 hours. It's Real Talk with Simone TV. Come in, one and all. Let's go, let's go. Let's grow. What Red will say? Let's go, let's go. Yeah.
What is spiral? Spiral says some of us understand power, but we want to speak it, but we
Oh, so
don't
the
want
boss
to speak
understand
it.
power but don't want to speak it. Yeah. The voice of Simone TV. Simone TV. Tea time, you are international. Woo, I love that. Oh girl, right there. Right there, Nadine. Say that again, Nadine. Say that again. Tell the devil. I am what? That's a big word in my crowd. In my crowd, Nadine, international is a big word. I love it. You don't even know what you just declared. Oh my gosh. Talking about Patwa, I was watching something just now, and the girl, and her dad is Jamaican. I think she's one of the Filipino or something, and my American, my American,
Oh, I was in stream. I just tried to highlight that.
yeah. So she was saying that I'm a Jamaican. I'm a Jamaican. Like, and persons that are not Jamaican that try to speak patois sound so bad. I don't know, but there is just something about persons trying to speak patois when you don't know how to. I don't know. Spiral, where are you from again?
Spiral is American. Spiral has have a Jamaican heart. You know what? You know what? The Jamaican accent is so distinctive
Mm-hmm.
that it doesn't matter if once somebody has Jamaican roots, once somebody was born in Jamaica or like left Jamaica when they were young or something, I can detect it. Like I definitely can know if
Like yourself, right? And Miss
no,
TT.
no, no, no. I don't. I only speak English because I have to talk to my kids because just because I live in a country. But when I go to Jamaica, like when I come to Jamaica, I talk patois to you, don't I? Or
Mm-hmm.
even now, I can talk patois to you right now. But
Like, what would you say though?
how would I say what?
That what you just say?
Which was what?
How would I say what? Like, what would I say?
Yeah, what made I say? Like what you say?
Like that's what I'm saying. Most time when you like you leave Jamaica, you go overseas and you're trying to
No,
make
no,
it
no.
sound,
I am
it sound
definitely
really funny.
not. I am definitely not a part of that category. I am fluent in my mother native tongue. Don't go there, Titan. I can chat patois more than you. I'm telling you that right now. Don't go there. I'm not a part of those people. But what I'm trying to say to you is like people
Hmm.
who like my kids are Jamaican parents, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
well, I can't say them because they don't know how to talk patois properly. But like people like my own self, I don't remember where I went. I think I went somewhere and somebody was talking to, but they had a really, really deep English accent. I actually don't even have an English accent, I'm telling you. But this person had a really, really deep accent. But I don't know. I just knew that this person had Jamaican background. I don't remember what I said to the person, and the person turned around and said that, oh, you're Jamaican as well. And I was like, in my head, I was like, yes, thank you, Lord. I know that I know my people. So I can tell if somebody have, I don't know, it's just it's different.
I
All
think it's
by
kind of
myself.
like if I hear Fabulous speaking power right now, I will drop off this chair. Like, the,
Exactly. But if
you
they hear
know,
me, if they hear
right?
me, if they hear me attack patois, you
Hmm.
know that is real patois in it.
Right, right. I know. I'm just, but like for classic and fabulous, no, like and maybe spiral, I'll
And
laugh.
spiral.
I will so laugh. Like there's just something about when they kind of like try.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
funny. I don't know if that's the same way like when we try to speak American, like we try to speak proper English or in that not really proper English. That we don't speak proper English here, but just to speak Spanish. You know what I mean? In
Mm,
that
mm.
American whatever that is. Yeah, it's kind of
It's
funny.
because of our pronunciation. It's
Son,
because of
right,
how we
right.
were taught how to pronounce words. And you know what? Like, a lot of people don't believe. Let me go back to StreamYard so I can highlight some of the comments so we're not leaving the chat out. But a lot of people, right? They don't. Hold on 1 minute. I saw a comment that I wanted to highlight and say something. A lot of people don't believe that our native language is English, like proper standard English. But a lot of people feel as though they have to validate themselves to talk patois to make it sound like they're Jamaican or something like that. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but a lot of people feel that, like there's this one lady and she was saying that, oh, me not into people we got foreign and start to talk like English people and all of this and blah blah blah. And she was just saying a whole lot of stuff about people that are actually speaking English. I'm like, but you can't just turn up to a school in Jamaica and just start talking patois. Yes, it is our dialect and all that, but we were never taught patois. Even me, I can't even write in patois. And I've always spoken standard English, always. But I grew up in Jamaica. I went to school in Jamaica. Well, I was never taught Patois, but it is our native language, though.
Mhm, mhm.
Dialects, not a language. It's not even an official language.
It is to some of we are.
It's not, but it's not. It's
I
not
don't
an
know. I just
official
said it.
language. though.
I just said. One of the things is that it's so hard at times. You will speak it, but you can't write it. I can't even spell most
Thank
of the
you
words.
so much, my honey.
I can't spell it, but it's just hard at times because listen, I think that's the way they communicated when they came to Jamaica and they just tried to, I don't know how it did. Maybe the English is the English and African language mixed together because I don't know,
Yeah, it's actually
came
Scottish. It's actually Scottish.
right because I don't know when I saw classic saying me for me I can't really. But sometimes I'm gonna watch an African movie, like some of the things that I hear them saying, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like we are the same, like the same. Some of the words are literally the same thing, like the same thing from Africa. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm
There
really.
is there is a place in Scotland where their accent is so strong that you can hardly understand it, but it does sound almost like patois. You can check it out. Almost like most of like our ancestors and stuff are like European people,
Mhm.
and like we know that like our root is definitely African, but most of like, oh, I don't know how to say it, but we do have some ties with European people, like, you know what I mean? But I know that deep down still that our ancestors are definitely Africans, but I don't know, we've got some kind of ties in there with the Europeans, but I don't even know. And I don't know how English becomes our first language. I don't know, and I don't know why
Oh, you're
patois is
saying.
not an official language.
What are you saying?
Will I visited your house? Do you see me in your comments? Thank you so much, Spiral. No, I was just saying I don't know how comes like English is our official language.
Right, let me see.
So if I say growing up here in North Carolina, there was an island that still speak is that Shakespearean English? Really? It's so funny. It's so funny. The people's got a thing with yeah, colonizing, yeah, colonizers enforced it. But I think like the Jamaican dialect is just one of the most beautiful and exciting. I I I don't know if I should say like I'm sort of a kind of I shouldn't say it because I'm not, but I'm fascinated by language. Sometimes even sometimes even whitish can get close. Thank you so much, my classmate.
Yeah. Okay. So you read Spiral message already? That he said that up front there.
What did Spiral say? Guys, I don't have my glasses. You guys
No,
know.
no man, no man. It's okay. I think maybe you read it already because you highlighted it. You said I know all the patois, but it doesn't sound like right when I
I
speak
said,
it.
yeah, okay. Oh yes. That's what I'm trying to say, Spiral. It's because you see um even though you think that it's just one dialect, it's like a Jamaican dialect or whatever, but you see you see how in America all the states have a different way how they talk, have a different kind of accent, have a different kind of slang. That is like in Jamaica as well, even though it is patois, but the way how someone would say talk in Kingston sounds totally different from the way that somebody would speak in Clarendon. I'm from Clarendon. Clarendon people don't say specifically like talk or draw the words, or we just speak the word out as it is. But say if you I don't even know whose banner is that, come to think of it now. Say if you lived in Kingston, you'd sound totally different. And then if you were a Jamaican, then you could identify, oh my goodness, I've got Miss Feast running on my live stream. You would if you were a Jamaican, you could identify. But if you're not Jamaican, you're just gonna hear part where you're just gonna think, oh yeah, Jamaican. But if you're a Jamaican, then you could identify that that's somebody from Kingston, or that's somebody
Right,
from
right.
Jamaica.
From different parishes. Yeah, that's what you're
So,
saying.
so I think that's what confuses people from overseas or from different countries. I think what confused them is that they think that it's just one universal dialect, but it's different depending on
No, no,
which
no.
the
It's
part.
kind of one, but the thing is that if you go, like, I can tell when persons are from New York, from Atlanta, from Georgia. I know just go
Mhm.
yes. how they speak, yes, because I don't know, there is just something about persons who are living in New York. I'm not sure. All I know about England is UK. That's all. Like England, just England. I don't know different places like or we know American New
Hey, my
York.
bestie boo.
Who is
Yeah,
here?
my bestie.
You want me to
Yeah,
go down
go ahead,
there?
T-Time. Go ahead. You're so right. You're so right because a lot of people, like I saw somebody speaking, and then someone said that, oh, that's a fake accent, that's a fake English accent. I'm like, do you live in England? Do you know? Because I live here, and what the person was saying and the accent that they were speaking in, it sounded okay. It sounded like a typical normal British person, but it depends on where you come from. Even in London, some places in London it sounds different than some places. A Kentish accent is different from,
Right.
per se, a Birmingham accent, a
Mhm.
Scottish accent, an Aberdeen accent, a London accent, Newcastle's accent, Liverpool's accent. All of them are different. So some people are like, you're maybe forcing or trying. I lived in London most of my time that I live here. And London is so diverse. You can hear somebody from London speak and you wonder like where in the UK is that person from, you know? And it's the same what I was explaining in Jamaica, but a lot of people are ignorant to these things and they think that if you're from England, you're supposed to sound a certain way. And if you're from Jamaica, you're supposed to sound a certain way. Some people, honestly, they speak patois. I'm like, well, I didn't used to speak like that to how you say. It's not that I'm saying it's bad or anything, but I'm not people in Montego Bay that says things like be and those kind of words. Like, what does that even mean? I don't know. Like like when somebody would say, like me bend the comb or something like that. I'm like, what? My sister likes to say because she went to work in Ochre, so she comes back and say, me been tell you, me been they tell you. I'm like, what? You know, because we never spoke like that in Clarendon. So, yeah. Tea time, where are you? Welcome in, my bestie. Sparrow say, I'm not trying to offend, but I'm just saying that I can hear the patois when I speak it. I've known no accent. I never picked it up, but nothing is wrong with that. No, nothing is wrong with that. And Jamaicans are very welcoming. If they see you trying to even speak patois somewhat, they'll be like, oh, you man, big up yourself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They will first thing they'll say to you, Wagwan, they'll teach you to say hi in Jamaica. Jamaicans are very, friendly and accommodating and stuff like that. Spiral, you think you don't have an accent, but you do. I think he means Jamaican accent. I'm not sure. Is that what you meant, Spiral? I've never heard Spiral speak before. Bestie, where did you hear Spiral's accent? Tea time, come back.
I'm back. Blessings to you,
Tamika,
Karen. There's Royals in the building.
Tamika, I know you. Hi, Tamika. Welcome, Tamika.
Blessings, blessings, blessings to Mika and Kara.
You're
The
very welcome, Tamika.
I
I
saw your
know you.
message, Lady Nadine. Nadine.
Bestie, Nazi saying hi to you as well. What do you think, tea time?
About
Some people's got a whole big issue. Tamika stay in bed. I'm going to my bed shortly as well. What do you think? Because some people's got a big problem. Say like they like some people say, oh, I don't want to like they feel like they're denying their Jamaican roots just because they're not talking patois all the time.
Oh no, we here in Jamaica. If you ever talk patois around our people, they slap you. You talking patois around your mother, they slap you. Or your father, your parents. Like that's not. You remember? No, they're training us from we're in basic school to prepare for English exam or CXC or so forth. They're not gonna see any pattern on it for you to solve anything. They're gonna come down in English, the questions are gonna come in English. So we have to learn how to speak proper English because if not, yeah. I don't know. It's just not gonna go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, bestie. But Bestie, please join us. Bestie, I want to hear your take on this quickly before I go. Let me drop the link for you. Some people they think that as I've said, I was born and raised in Jamaica, went to school in Jamaica, finished high school in Jamaica, and then I come to England. But what I'm saying is, when I was in Jamaica, I wasn't always this person who is just running around and talking loud and just, talking anyhow. I usually like speak reasonably, just speak English. Like, it's not like I'm gonna go around twanging like I'm from America or whatever. But I always I always spoke standard English the whole time, the whole time. It's not like I'm denying my roots or anything like that. I do speak patois a lot, and I'm very fluent, and I do know that like that's my mother tongue. But some people's got a whole big problem with you and saying why you're not talking patois and all of that stuff. I think that it's just people's personal choices, and people shouldn't like be pressuring people to think that, oh, I have to talk this way because you talk that way. You just talk how you're comfortable talking. Titan, where do you keep going every second? What kind of co-host is this?
Yeah. Simone, I heard everything. You're alone in the house. Or I have to mute because I have a guest. Okay.
Tell a guest to come and be our guest. Where is Bestie gone? Yes, Evangelist. Not because you come from Jamaica, you have to be shouting and screaming all over the place. Honestly, you don't have to.
Okay. Yes, Simone. So you were talking earlier about Jamaican. Why is Jamaican English, language first, Jamaican speaking language they asked earlier. So English became the main language of Jamaica because the island was colonized by the United States in
Is it
1640.
the United States? Oh my goodness. I thought it
So
was Europe.
no, so it's you guys, England, because remember that we still have a governor general, even though they say that we are no longer a part of the English United States, but we still have a governor general. Until then,
Oh, do you mean the United Kingdom?
yeah, the United Kingdom. Sorry, so England,
Yeah.
England,
Oh, yeah.
you guys, yeah. So before that, Jamaica was controlled by Spain after Christopher Columbus arrived in 1494, right? So
Listen up,
that's
guys.
we
Let
got
me mute. Hold on, Tita. Let me mute. Guys, let's get a bit of history in.
it is good. So that's all. That's all I was saying. So it was just because of England. So it's a mix of UK, United Kingdom, and so forth. So we are like Spain. We get some of that too. I think I don't know what part of it. I don't know. Because I don't know to speak that. And as I was saying before, after Christopher Columbus arrived in 1494, and I don't remember what I don't remember my history so much where Christopher Columbus came from. All right, so that was what I was just saying where we got English from. Right? I remember even how we dressed too. Jamaicans were going to church on a Sunday. We want to wear our jacket and ties and so forth. So our fancy hats. If you can see, we dress like UK people, which UK is here and she does dress like that. But we wear suits and stuff like that because of the way the United Kingdom we were governed by.
I hope you're not throwing any shades on me,
No,
Titi.
no, I'm just being, I'm like saying for real, like, because
I'm
sometimes you wonder
joking.
how we dress like that. For we're going to church, and if you're not wearing a jacket and tie, people look at you like a certain
Bestie
way,
says colonization. Bestie, you can't just
right?
jump up on the panel for 2 seconds.
It doesn't like.
It is colonization. I think that song from Bob Marley that says that we are to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. I don't even know if we're even allowed to use that word or anything. But you know what? Um, I think is what you have in your heart and your mind. And yes, I know that those things and the colonization, everything, and it affects us and stuff like that. But are you gonna look back at the past? You're gonna keep looking at the past, or are you just gonna move forward?
Another thing too, Simi, when the British took control, they made English the language of government, school, and you know it already because we have to know that English is a part of us. That's what we learn at school, business and law, right? Enslaved Africans brought to Jamaica from different parts of Africa spoke many different languages. So over time they mix up, and we talk like that, mix English with African language, like how we
Mhm.
mix up when we're
Yeah,
talking, so it's like a long time ago, a long time, because they were trying to, you know pull us over in full. So this
yeah.
helped the Jamaican patois. So when we mix the English and the UK, cause whatever your language up there where you live is
My language is patois.
patois, right? So maybe when they're teaching us their thing, we are trying to put our own thing to it, whatever we learned. My poor parents back then, whatever they know. So I don't know where they get the me from. They say my or whatever, and they say me.
Yeah, but the Scottish people still say me. They still say it. If you say me to a Scottish person, they would know what you're saying. So
Right.
that's what I'm telling you, that they get a bit of the accent and some of the English from that as well. But moving forward, because it's a very controversial topic anyway. But moving forward, I think we can see some good out of it. Welcome, my bestie, 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 bestie. Are you ready to go on stage? I'm putting you on stage. You're on stage, my bestie. Let me just quickly say this, right? I think that even though it's kind of it was a very bad thing, and it's a hard thing to talk about or to look back at, but at least one good thing from it is because English is so universal, and I'm so glad that you see Jamaica is such a small island, but yet still we're so renowned all over the world. I don't think there's anywhere on earth you can go and say Jamaican and no one. Every time my husband and I we travel, we're always looking at we bet you that we're gonna see one Jamaican, if it's even one Jamaican, if it's even a Jamaican flag, if it's even somebody talking patois. We've only traveled once. We traveled to Barcelona and we didn't see any Jamaicans there, but that's the only time we've ever traveled and not seen or heard any Jamaican. We go to lots of other places and see and hear Jamaican people. And I think that the English helps. I think that it helps a lot that we can, it can put us further into further places. It's a universal language. Whereas if it was just patois, then maybe we would be a bit more limited. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think so. Thank you so much, Tuba Chat. Welcome in. My bestie, you're very welcome, honey. Take the
Take
stage.
the stage. I don't even know what the conversation was about.
Karen, she think that you are the Lord. Take the stage, Lord.
Take the stage. How did we get to this conversation about accent, though?
You know,
I honestly
Simone.
don't know. I don't know, bestie. I don't know.
Is it
I
because
think
my
it was
bestie doesn't speak
Spiral
patois?
that initiated it. Spiral, was it you?
Simone, this is it. This is it. Simone came here and she was like, I'm not gonna stay long, I'm just here to say hi. Right? And the hi turned into how many hours are we in now? 1 hour. So I don't know where it started from. I don't know how. I think yeah. I think Classic was saying speak American for me each time or do your radio voice or something of that sort.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I don't know. And then Simone, she's like going to an interview all of a sudden.
Tea time, be
Tea
careful
time,
what
you
you
cannot
say
talk
to my
about my
bestie.
bestie like that.
Hey,
You cannot do
okay.
that.
My
Okay.
gosh, I need to go down. I don't want them to help. Oh my
No, you're
gosh.
sandwich. See, you're even sandwich between us. So behave yourself. We'll pinch you or squeeze you. Um, but but I think it's more intrigue and interest really for the Jamaican patois because I think they are more infatuated.
You've gone on mute, my darling.
Yeah. Maybe she's around the back giving somebody some patois right now. Me say go, my
Bestie.
no.
Please, don't say anything about my bestie, tea time. Don't say anything about her.
Oh my
Bestie, you're on mute. I think maybe she had to mute for a
Oh yeah, I
second.
know, I know, I know, I know. All right. So Sparrow is saying, "Don't blame me." I don't know.
I just said you can understand patois and not have an accent. Oh yes, absolutely. Like my kids do understand patois. A lot of my friends understand. A lot of people that I meet here, they do understand. And like if you're talking, they know what you're saying. And like if I go somewhere and I meet a Jamaican, same with my English friends, and they're talking English, and then I see a Jamaican person, and then we start talking patois, and they understand, but they will laugh at the jokes and everything, but they're not able to say, "Oh no, my bestie's gone." Maybe
Yeah,
her battery died.
go
Mr.
try.
Dean, Nat, I did say hi to Mr. Dean already. What do you mean, blessings, Dean? Why don't you call him Mr. Dean? You have no manners to Mr. Dean, Nat.
Dean White, blessings to you and welcome in the building. Wagwan, Dean.
Yes, tea time. Go through and greet everybody again. Let's get back to where we started with the conversation. Let them hear your radio voice, tea time. They don't even know the talent that you've got, tea time. Tea
Come
time.
on, come
Just give
on.
it to them, tea time.
Big. I'm so happy that you are feeling good tonight, but
I don't know what I took on it.
I don't know what's going on with Simone. Like, guys, what did Simone eat or drink? Listen, we need some. All right. So, that's me. I sound how I okay. I sound how I sound, but I understand. Oh my gosh. All right. So, blessings from me, Dean, Mr. Dean himself. Big up yourself, Dean. And Spiral saying, okay, all right. So, blessings again. Classic is maybe laughing. I'm not seeing nothing that is happening here because let me see. All right, so I say classic here now. Right.
She's using her membership emojis, but they don't show in StreamYard.
Okay, but what she's saying, our membership emoji is saying love baby. It's the
Yes,
emoji.
it's
What's
the
up,
notice
Tom?
thing. Bestie, you're
Uh,
back on stage, my
Yeah, I
honey.
know. What happened? What was the last thing I said? I was there talking away, and then I looked at my phone. I was out. I don't know. My internet is very choppy today. What was
Oh,
the last thing
sorry
you were
about that, my
saying?
honey. What you were saying is that the pathway is more intriguing.
Right. I just think in terms of our accent, I was just saying our accent is more of an intrigue and an interest because if we generally speak patois, they wouldn't understand what we're saying, right? Most persons would ask us to repeat. Even if I'm at home, I remember when
right.
Joshua was really small, and when I spoke, he didn't understand what I was saying, and he used to turn to Joshua and say, sorry, he used to turn to Jonte and say, "What is she saying, Jonte? What is she saying?" Like he literally didn't understand because I mostly speak patois at home, as I don't want to lose that, which I'm sure I won't. But for them, I wanted it to be a part of them growing up. But like Joshua, when he was growing up, he really didn't understand most of the patois at all. And Jonte, he kind of caught on, and he would say, "Oh, she means to pick up your stuff," whatever I was saying, right? Or she means to sit down, right? So, but generally, people just love the Jamaican accent,
Yeah.
and they don't really understand the patois. And I was also saying many countries or several countries have their own type of Creole. Haiti has broken French, which they call Creole, right? Because if there's a Haitian and somebody from France, and they're speaking, both are speaking French, but the Haitians have a different type that they speak, right? So several countries have their own type of mix or mash of different languages. And I was also saying Jamaican sound a lot like Irish, like the Irish. There was a video, I don't know if anyone saw that video with the MP where he was in Parliament in Ireland, and it was making its rounds because he sounded so much like a Jamaican. All right. And he said he had no ties that he knows of in Jamaica. So Spiral is saying he's a good Irishman. So yes, Cajun, exactly. So New Orleans, right? They have Creole there as well. So it's the same here for Jamaicans.
Yeah, it's true. And when you said about like every country having their own little bit of a broken from one of the main languages, like because I had a friend from I think it's from Papua New Guinea, and the whole time I thought that this girl was from France. I did not know. I thought that she was from France because she spoke French, but like this other person came because I think I was working with her, and this other person came that spoke fluent French. And then I could realize that there was a difference with the accent. And then she said that hers is broken French. It's not just
Right.
straight French. So everybody have their own. And there's a place, I don't know if it's Ghana or somewhere. There's a place in Africa that they say that they sound some of the patois words that we use, they use it as well.
Yeah, several words that we can link back to our African ancestry. For example, I think well, I won't want to name countries, but like a lot of Africans say Pekin, right? And Jamaicans say picnic, right? So we do have different African words that we're using in some sort of way. Nadine is saying you can't lose it, curious, because you talk to me. Exactly. I mean, I talk to my family, I talk to friends, so I'll never lose it. And I love hearing patois. And I was kind of shocked last year. I met somebody who is from St. Elizabeth, and the patois was totally different. I honestly could not understand when the person spoke. And I was like, can you repeat? And I think the person was getting a bit annoyed with me, but honestly, it was different. And that's what I'm saying. Many parishes have a different style of patois. And I think you were alluding to that earlier too, Bestie, when I came on.
Yes,
But
exactly.
different
That's what I was
parishes have,
saying.
yeah, different words in patois that they use. And I honestly, well, I'm born, raised in Kingston. I really don't know anywhere else. And so, and even in Kingston, or even like you'll hear Jamaicans say, "Oh, are you from Upper St. Andrew?" Because they, like my
Mhm.
friend that I went to university with, she has a totally different accent compared to me. And she was also raised in Kingston, but she was Upper St. Andrew. So her accent is totally different. We went to school together, like both high school and university, but her accent is totally different from mine.
Yeah, I know. Town girls speak a different way. I don't know how them do
Yeah,
it.
them passionate.
Yeah, but for real,
Really
like,
fun.
but that is facts. Cares, that is facts, because even Clarendon, I know someone here that is right in the chat. She's from Clarendon, and I remember having friends from Clarendon, and trust me, there are some things. It's not too deep, but it's just the way how they say things, and
Oh
even
my goodness, what do you mean? I'm from Clarendon. We speak all right.
yeah. We know. By the way, by the fruit you shall know them,
What
right?
do you
I mean, for real, like there are persons like I'm from St. Mary, and I remember going when I used to go to school, where persons from different parishes
IGB?
joined there, right? And all of us, we could be speaking patois, but you can tell, like there is just some little thing, in the line, like, right, Evangelist Grant, there's just something there that can identify the parish that you're from. Like, come there, come here. Yeah, I don't know how they
Right.
do
There
it.
are some words. I agree with
Right,
you. There are some
Yeah.
words, and they know too, depending on
right.
whoever they're speaking to. And I think older persons, I remember before my grandfather passed away, he knew, like when persons spoke, he knew if they were from St. Mary compared to if they were from a St. Elizabeth, compared to if they're from Westmoreland. So that's true. There are certain words that give it away. Good night, JB. Welcome to you too.
Praise the Lord. Yeah, blessings, everybody. Is it?
Yes, welcome JB. Welcome Jamari.
Oh, it's been a while. I haven't seen JB. JB's changed his profile. I didn't even notice
Oh
that.
yeah, oh yes, JB, you have a new
JB,
picture.
who's that on your
Nice.
profile? I can't see. No, let me go right into my computer screen and see. Oh my,
I'm such a mix up, Simone. It's like, let me get my glasses. I didn't see it.
I can't find my glasses, but I have to come closer. JB, is that you? Oh, that's somebody smiling. JB says, Simone, happy blessed night to you and evening to everyone on this side of the universe. Best I love everyone in the house. And I saw my little baby Jamari coming, guys. Jamari is my little baby, right? So you guys, when you see him on YouTube streets, you guys should look after him. Jamari is actually blind and he
Welcome,
is a
Jamari.
musician. Were you saying something, Bestie?
No, I was just telling him welcome. I remember him from your interview with him.
Yes, yes. And I can't wait
Yeah.
to have him back on my channel again. He's made some progress since I've had him on the channel. I've seen him going around in the community, and I hope that people will treat him with kindness and understanding, knowing that he's visually impaired.
Yeah, nice.
I remember when I was interviewing Mr. Dean, I was like, "This is Mr. Dean, he's visual." He's like, Simone, Simone, no, 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 Simone, stop right there. I am not
I am
visual.
blind. And you know what? I learned that from him as well, the difference, because I just thought it was an appropriate way of saying that
Yeah,
someone is blind, but then he
yeah.
told me that there is a difference. So I appreciated that a whole lot.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
never
true.
too old to learn it.
I didn't know. I didn't
Never,
even
never.
understand it. I think it was the official name for saying that somebody is blind. I think
Mhm.
that you were being kind to somebody that
Right.
is
That's
blind,
what I
saying that
thought
they're
too.
visually impaired. I see you, Fab.
But then what do you ladies think about? Like I just actually watched a skit today about this whole patwa thing, where the gist of the skit was the little girl was talking to her mom, or a young lady was talking to her mom, teenager. So that's a skit. She's talking to her mom in patwa, and her mom was saying, um, didn't I tell you, don't, when you're speaking to me, speak properly, don't speak to me in patois. And then the neighbor came by and started to talk in patois, and the mom is responding to the neighbor in patois. So the little girl was like, but mom, why can't I talk to you in patois? She's like, it's not going to help you when you have job interview. You cannot go into the people in place talking patois and so forth. And the neighbor was like, no, let her, if she wants to speak to you at home in patois, let her speak patois, let her embrace her culture. And that's a part of being Jamaican. And the neighbor was like adamant, no, I don't want her to speak patois at home. I want her to practice speaking. Well, in the sketch, she was saying standard English properly, quote unquote, properly, right? So, what are your thoughts on that? We're raising our children in Jamaica, and as parents, we're saying, don't speak patois, because if you speak patois, when you go to look for a job or when you're among quote unquote other persons who don't speak patois, you will be brushed aside. What's your take on that?
Well, tea time, do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You can go to Lady Simone. Afterward, I will come in.
Thank you, my love. Well, I'm looking at it at both sides, right? Um, like me, my children are here and they want to learn patois. I teach them patois. I started teaching my second boy is more interested than my first boy. So the first one is not too interested. He fully understands, but the second one, since he was small, he wanted to speak patois. And actually, when he just started saying like mom and stuff, I taught him to say wagwan, and he still knows it. And he knows patois. He can talk patois. I hear the big one talking patois sometimes, but he doesn't really particularly fancy it. I don't think that somebody should be like down on their children like that to say that they shouldn't talk patois. I don't think they're going about it the right way, if I should phrase it properly. I think they're going about it the wrong way. I was also taught to speak properly. So, like if I was little and I was playing with my friends and stuff, and we start getting a bit too vulgar or a bit, just going on, how they don't accept some brawling kind of behavior as girls, they'll call and they'll say to you to speak properly or to conduct yourself a bit better. So, if I was raising my child in Jamaica, I would let them know the importance of English. I would let them know that definitely we have to talk patois, because why are you gonna be in Jamaica like walking around speaking spoken? Everybody's just being happy and just saying wagwan and come and we go down this or all of that, you know. But I think there is a way to go about it. But some people have this kind of prejudicial kind of behavior towards English and patois, and they make it feel like you're a bit more fancy and upper class and high class if you talk English other than talking patois. Like talking patois sort of make you lesser than, which I do not agree with. So it is good to teach your children that you have to speak English as professionals, and to get a job, to go to job interviews and stuff like that. You only learn English in school, you don't learn patois anyway. But it is very, very important to have your dialect.
Right, and
So
Sparrow
that's
was
my
saying the
take.
same thing, that dialects are important. And but you hit a very important point, Bestie. In Jamaica, or as many Jamaicans let it seem, is if you're downgraded, you're less than when you speak the dialect, when you speak patois. And if that's how you're going to raise your child, then why are we, well, first of all, we shouldn't be raising our children to say, oh, you won't be getting a job if you're speaking patois. Your child can be that business owner, right? So I think we are still, Lady Lex said it earlier, the whole colonization thing. We are told to speak a certain way, we're told to dress a certain way, and that is coming from British rule, right? And we need to break away. And I don't think the schools have broken away from that as yet. And so, raising our children, we're doing the same thing. Like, if you're speaking patois, you're less than someone else who never learned patois and maybe would love to speak patois. So, if your child you can raise that child to do both, then that's the way we should go, and not making that child feel inferior when they're speaking patois. So let me give Lady Let's a chance to chime in now.
Okay, bless the Lord. Thank you so much for the mic. All right, so for me, I literally agree with everything both of you ladies are saying here, and I said it earlier also. The reason for and what a coincidence, Lady Cares. Before I go any further, what a coincidence. I don't know where this conversation came from, but look at God preparing you before you saw that video and you were able to
Right, look at
bring
that.
it over
Yeah.
here. So I like that. Yes, as Simone was saying, and both of you were saying, and when I heard it came out so strong in Simone's conversation about persons speaking proper English, because you never can tell. Parents would want their children to speak proper English. I have my neighbor's child. If that boy ever speak patois in front of his dad will give him like a side eye, like, but yeah, like I am the one that will just like he's around me and I will break him out. Like maybe his parents are listening right now, but they know too, and it's really funny. Whenever you'll hear him, I think he even speaks proper English more than your child that is living in America. Like he will speak and you will think that
It's true. I heard him on your live stream one. I
like is
thought
this
you
a
had a,
person?
I thought you had an American guest.
Right, like he, and then he listen to a lot of videos and stuff like that, then he's raised by YouTube, you know what I mean? So he knows how to speak those thingy, so proper English. All right, so parents here in Jamaica, will definitely go hard on their children when it comes on to speaking proper English. And I to myself, because I know for sure that, as I said it earlier, you are preparing the children. Not to say that you're not going to hug on to where you're coming from, not to say that, but as I said before, you're preparing your children for CXE. Now it's CXE time, and I have my phone going off every minute. Oh, mom, pray for me. I have CXE tomorrow, and so forth, so on. And and most of them who are doing CXE, they know how to speak proper English. So I am not even worried about them. You know, yeah, Patois is not really, it's something, know that they have the Bible in Patois. It's not really something that we are saying that we are not, we don't want it. We are Jamaicans, and it's, as I said before, it's two languages, or two, I don't know, language. I don't know if I should say language, two coming together, as I was saying before, the United Kingdom language and the African language here coming together, and that's created patois. That's how we get patois, right? So for that mother to say that to that child, I will agree with her to an extent where she's looking out for her child. You never know where that child is going to be in the future, right? And what that child, what exam looks like. Even paper exam doesn't look like no patois. That's all the papers, and it doesn't have any patois on it. So, but you don't want to confuse your children in somewhat. Yes, it's fun when you know how to, but it sounds really terrible. I have a friend that lives in UK, and whenever she's teaching her children, I don't know if Lady Anna can get this from her kids, children in UK, but whenever she's teaching her children how to speak patois, they get so aggressive. They think that it's something that like it's, you're fighting, like you're cursing somebody out. They think that you're angry. Come here. It just come here to me, or. So it just don't.
Maybe it's just her. Maybe that's
Say
just
that
her.
again. Say that again.
Maybe it's just her. Maybe it's her tone when she's speaking patois. So they are trying to imitate her tone with those words. So I'm saying maybe that's unique to her.
Could be,
Yes, yeah.
could be, but she's a university graduate. She knows how to speak. She knows how to do her thing. And I don't think so. But she's like, I remember, I even have videos that I can show now on my thing. Like when he was a baby and he was speaking, and like she said, "Say, come here." She was literally saying, "Come here." And the little boy was getting so hungry. He said, "Come here." Sorry about that, everybody, but I'm just saying, it just it just sounds like it's argument, or it's a fight, it's fussing. Look at us, and tell me if I'm wrong. Most times we speak patois. Most time, I'm just saying. Most time, if a person, you can correct me. I'm open for correction. Most time when we speak patois, right? It's sometimes when we are angry. Care?
It does come out when we're angry.
Yeah, it's true.
Have you ever listened to Mandarin? Have you ever listened to Mandarin speakers? They sound pretty aggressive. They sound like they're quarreling.
Well.
They sound like they're quarreling. Have you ever listened to German talk? Their language sounds very aggressive.
Right.
So we have to be careful when we think it's unique to us. It's not necessarily unique to us. And sometimes our tone. So maybe when she's talking to him when he was smaller, it sounds like you're right. Sometimes we're saying sit down and the child is not sitting down. So then we said, little boy, sit down. So we do our tone changes to bring out the patois, right? So yes, I do agree that as a parent, it's probably a thin line.
Oh my goodness, we lost Bestie again. I wanted to add something really quick, right? I wanted to add that sometimes people say to me that they don't believe that I'm Jamaican, and they're not saying it because of any accent. Bestie is back.
Phone keeps, I'm going to change my device, but go ahead.
All right, so I want to add this, right? I want to add this real quick. Sometimes people say to me, like, people are gonna know that, like, they will ask you where you're originally from, right? I'm not offended by people asking me where I'm from originally. And when I say Jamaica, it kind of shocks people sometimes, and they kind of have this kind of funny look on their faces. And it's not because of an accent or anything, but it's just because they're perceiving every Jamaican person to be very loud, very boisterous, kind of coming off on a an aggressive way or something like that. And then some people see people that are soft spoken and people that are calm and thinking that you couldn't be Jamaican because they're expecting, and that is because, as you've just said, sometimes when we're talking patois, we come with this passion and this kind of loudness, and and people misinterpret. So that's what I wanted to add. We've lost Bestie though. Tea time. Have we lost tea time as well? Tea time, are you here? Have you gone to attend to your guests? Guys, tell me you can interact with us in the chat. Still here in the background. Thank you, Evangelist. Fab, why are you opening your mouth wide? Bestie, are you back okay? Let's
It keeps
see.
saying that my browser is losing connection. I don't know why, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say nothing wrong with the language. Sometimes it just sounds a bit aggressive. There's nothing wrong, and that's what some people are saying that, oh, I'm not giving up my language. I don't want to forget my language and all of that. But you're not giving it up. You're not letting it go. But we have to admit that some people really, oh my goodness. If I go into a workplace and see a lot of Jamaican people sometimes, I kind of get scared because sometimes they can be aggressive. I don't know what point they're proving or something, but
Yeah, I think when we are in numbers, sometimes people get a little bit too familiar, and they, I don't really want to say they're getting aggressive, but it happens. I know patois for me saved me in the workplace, because I remember I had a friend. We both went to high school together, and she was working there first, and then I started to work there. And she sat beside this more senior staff, but she was very close to the senior staff. So that person felt as if each time I came over to speak to my friend, she should include herself in the conversation. So I'm like, this lady, is she for real? Why is she listening to my conversation? So each time I went over there, I started to speak patois. And she's like, Carisha, I never understand what you're saying when you come and, like she'd say, when you come and speak to Simone. I'm like, that's the point. What? I'm like, that's the point. You're not supposed to understand what I'm saying. I'm speaking in my Jamaican patois, and I'm saying something to her that's personal to both her and I. So that's the reason you don't understand. She's like, oh, I get it. I'm like, I'm happy you get it. But, so sometimes we can use it to our advantage in certain situations. But yes, sometimes when you do go in spaces where there are many of us, it can also be a disadvantage, like with any other nation, I guess.
Yes, and sometimes you are right, Bestie. And sometimes I think that we are misrepresented. And because people like hearing patois, people like, even me as well. Like sometimes I'll just go to YouTube, I'll just watch Jamaican videos with just people talking and laughing. I don't just laugh. I just enjoy it, because we're happy people, and we make light out of every single situation. But I think sometimes we are misrepresented. Like when my son was in primary school, when he got to year 6, one of his friends told him that he should teach him patois. So definitely, the typical like a child with Jamaican background is gonna say wagwan. So my son taught his friend how to say wagwan. He went back, and then I don't know, one of his parents told him the B word, the swear word, to come back and say to me. And because we never swear in front of our son, never heard that word before, so he came back and said, oh, mommy, my friend is saying to me, like, I don't know what this word means. And he said the word. I was like, what?
See that?
I was
Listen,
so upset. I almost cried. I went to the school. I was saying to the head teacher that I'm a Christian. We're a Christian. My son does not know. And oftentimes, like me and my sister-in-law would go out for a meal or something. I would be coming back, having fun, like driving in the car, playing music and whatever. We'll meet people and they're like, "Oh, you guys look so nice, whatever, where you from, blah, blah, blah." And we're like, "We're Jamaicans." And they just start just swearing and blindly saying the B word and all those. And we're like, "No, no, 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 that's a bad word." They say, "No, no, no, I know Jamaican." And then they start saying the B bad words. I'm like, "No, no, it's not a good word." So I think sometimes we're misrepresented as well.
Yeah, but you know,
I'm
in
sure.
any language, persons always want to know what's curse words. That's a thing for people actually. They always want to know the worst things. I remember in high school when I traveled to Florida and I hadn't seen my cousins in quite a while, and they were like, "Oh, Carisha, can you say give us all the curse words in Jamaica?" And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we know Wagwan already. So they were saying words that they know, but we know our mom is saying stuff, but we can't be sure what she's saying, and we feel it's a curse word. So I think a lot of times in any language, people always want to know the curse words. So I think it's just a thing. So hopefully you won't hear those words again. But you're going to, when people talk about Jamaicans, right? And I think Jamaicans as well, we're coming from what's attached to our culture. Why I think that's also to Lady Let's point about aggression, is our culture, what's linked to our culture is this kind of rude boy thing, right? Is this kind
Mm,
of badness, right? So for example, in Costco, the line was so long a few weeks ago we were there. So not a few weeks, I think it was around Mother's Day. And the boys joined the line while I ran to grab some stuff, but we were in the line. So I noticed two younger guys, they just had flowers in their hand, right? And they kept looking at the line, going back and forth. And then because the boys were in the line on their own, I saw them quickly cut in front of them. So I went up to them and I'm looking at them, they're looking at me. And then I just started to say, walk one and cutting at the line. I started to talk patois. They were like, no, 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 no. Sorry, 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 sorry. Sorry. And then I saw that they were genuinely afraid. And I'm like, I'm
See
just
that?
kidding.
See
I'm
that?
just kidding. And then they're like, and then they came, and I said, you guys can go because you just have flowers in your hand. And then they came back in the line. So that's also linked to the patois, the rude boy, the badness. So it's also to our advantage a little bit of time. So yeah.
it's true. It's true. I had this friend. I became friend with her because I'm not intimidated by aggression anyway. So I'm normally a soft-spoken person, to be honest with you. I never ever like be the one to be shouting down at anybody or trying to prove myself or anything. And I met this lady, and she's very loud. Oh my goodness, this lady, it's bad to say that she's got this kind of bully mentality. Like she talks so loud, and she's Jamaican and everything. She, oh my God, I don't know how to say, but she when I just met her, she started talking to me that way. She started coming off a certain way and giving those aggression stuff. And I stood my ground. I just spoke to her softly. I say, "Hey, so and so, do you see so and so?" I was working with her, and so and so and so. And she always saying that, "You too soft. You too soft. You soft. You never go walk by you in this place. you know, don't go like you idiot." Then one day she was said to me, "What? What am I said to you? Come here, go down there now. What I said to her? What I said to her?" And I was like, "Sis, it's okay." And she said, "No, no, no, it's not okay. It's not okay." Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't know. I almost became afraid of this lady, and she was like that every single day. It's almost like she was in a fight. If you saw her, even if she was saying hi to you, she will just say, "Yeah, wagwan, wagwan, yeah, yeah," like that. And it's just,
She's just, yeah,
it's,
probably she's just an aggressive, probably in her way, that's the only way she knows to express herself.
yeah,
Because sometimes too, it's what we are used to, and maybe that's how she protects herself, right?
I think so.
Um,
Yeah.
So I also had a friend that I was working with. Even to this day, we're still friends because I'm not working there anymore. And she was like, if she's telling anyone about how we met, she used to say that. She used to say, well, she's still a very shy and reserved person. And she was like, I was so shy and reserved at work. And I remember when the financial controller was always saying I'm doing stuff wrong. And, Caris would always say, let me see what he wrote to you in the email. Write this back to him. Write this back to him.
Yes.
So, that's probably just her way of protecting herself based on whatever she has been through. And you won't really find, people would say in Jamaica, people would say you need some sandpaper. But honestly, you won't probably get anything else from her because that's just her way of doing things, even in the kindest
Bestie,
possible way. That's just, her way.
she's got a good heart. She's really got a good
Definitely.
heart.
Yeah.
But and even until today, and then she became then she become obsessed with protecting me apparently because I was too soft, right? And then oh my god, she's always so frustrated with me and she's always telling me to go tell people off and go answer them back. I was like, sis, no, it's okay. She's like, no, okay.
That sounds so much like John Tays always say, like, if like I don't know, I struggle a lot with road rage. And he said, Mommy, it's okay. And I'm like, John Tay, don't tell me that. It's not okay. It is not okay. But yeah, it's just not okay.
But honestly, a lot of people think that all Jamaicans are like that. You have to be so rough and so like my sister-in-law, right? My sister-in-law is not rough or anything, but my sister-in-law is not into no talking no English. And she's been here for ages. She lived in England for ages. She doesn't talk with a British accent or nothing. She just talks patois, just normally, not loud or aggressive or anything.
Okay.
And the other day we were in the supermarket and someone cut me up, and I was like cut me in the queue. I mean, like go in front of me. I mean, and then I said to her, the person that cut me, I said to her, I don't know what she was saying, like, excuse me, did you see me? I said, I don't want to talk to you because you just saw me walking here and you just cut past me and just put your stuff down in front of me. So I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to say anything to you. I've not said anything to you because of that, because I'm not a confrontational person. Then my sister-in-law wasn't there, and then she came up and she saw me, and I was explaining to her that the lady just cut before me. Oh my God, I didn't know my sister-in-law grabbed the things from me
Oh
and then
my
threw them
gosh.
down on the counter. I was like, bloody racist. That's what you are doing. The poor lady was like, yeah, but I'm gonna be cooking for the homeless. And my sister-in-law was like, you're lucky we never up here, so when you say not to her. I was there talking to the lady, like, I don't want to speak to you because you know what you did and all of that stuff. My
Bestie,
sister-in-law
you're
was
talking
like,
to the lady like a preschooler, and you have Jamaican blood. So your sister is showing her what it is like
the
to be a
lady got
Jamaican. You're talking to her like a preschooler, like, don't talk to me because you didn't want to lend me your toy. Like, no, you take up your stuff. Why did you cut in front of me? So that good that your sister-in-law was there. Good.
no, but it's just, you know how the Bible says that soft answer
Turn it
turn
away.
it away wrath
Mhm.
and grievous words stir up anger.
Yeah,
You never know. And I've
that's true.
always said to my kids, and I've always said to my
That is
husband, I've
true.
always said that you don't know. I was in the parking lot one day and somebody was parking and somebody else is driving out, and the other person was like, but you see that I'm actually parking, so you could just wait for me to finish parking before you drive out. And it was a lady, and bestie, guys, in a chat, the lady came out of her car and she jumped on the other car and she started banging on the windows. I was like, I
Wow.
really hate you, this, that. She was crying. She was like, oh, this come out. And she was swearing. And she's like, I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'm like, oh my God. It was just, the guy only said that, like, you see me passing, just let me pass. But the lady got so angry. And I sat there and I thought to myself, I was the one that called the police. And I said to myself, you know what? She could have been going through something, and
That was just a
that was
trigger.
the last little
Mhm.
trip
Yeah.
that tipped her over the edge. And I've
Yeah.
always used that
I'm
principle.
back here.
So we didn't even know that you were gone.
What an embarrassment. Okay, but anyway, I don't take it as anything because I used to you and cares by now. All right, so I have my little friend here with me, and I want to ask him, right? Because he's not
Mm-hmm.
showing his face or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your name?
Matthew,
All right, so let us know why your mommy don't want you to speak patois.
because it don't sound proper when you're talking to strangers or people.
What you mean? Like what is patois?
Basically, it's a mix between English and Jamaica and English
Mm-hmm.
and African language.
Okay. So it's a mixture, and I didn't tell him all of this. His mother told him. So can you, even though your mother don't want you to speak patois in front of everybody, they're not seeing your face, so they don't know who you are because you're not telling them your name. Talk patois, let me hear.
You can't go your yard.
Right. So somebody else is putting up her hand because she. What you want me to ask you? Why your mommy don't want you to speak patois?
Because it's a mixture of African and Jamaican language.
Mhm.
Even though we are part of Africa,
Mhm.
it sounds rude and it doesn't sound nice.
Do you both like speaking patois?
Yes.
No,
No. Why don't you like speaking patois?
because when I'm talking to use it. Sometimes I use it with my friends, but when I'm talking to people, sometimes it slips out
So why don't you like to use it?
because it slips out and it sounds rude when I'm talking to other people other than my friends.
Can you hear
When you
this?
say rude, do you mean because you're speaking to possibly an adult, you feel like it's too common to speak to an adult in patois?
Yes.
Okay. So do
Did you
you
hear?
speak patois at school? Like, for example, the teacher says, "Did you bring your homework today?" And you say, "Miss, me can't bother." Would you say that to a teacher?
No, miss.
Okay.
That's bad manners.
That's bad
But,
manners. Okay.
and we're
But
talking. We're talking to a teacher. Children, you hear me? A teacher picking it them up.
Right.
Someone know it already.
So yes, so because she's also a teacher, she doesn't want to hear it generally.
Right.
But can I ask a question though? Do you get into trouble for speaking patois in Jamaica in schools?
Uh, Other than when we speak to the teachers with patois, we'll get in problem, but talking to our friends, we don't.
So you'll get into trouble if you speak to your teachers in patois.
Yes, miss.
So
But
With
even
our friends.
so
okay, good.
okay, so even if, say for instance, if I were your teacher, like what Bestie said to you just now, like did you forget your books today? And or did you take your homework then? And you just like calmly said, "Miss, me never remember." Is that rude?
If you say it in a certain way, like, Miss me can't bother with homework, you know, and do no work, like, we'll get in problem for that. But if you say it like, I didn't remember to do my homework, you won't get in problem for that.
Oh, I
And he
didn't
said
know.
earlier, tone also.
for me, I'll get in a lot of problem because the school I'm going to, my mom teach over there, so I'll get in a lot of problem, and the teacher will just say, "You want me to call mommy?"
Oh
And
wow.
You sound like a little British girl, you do.
and the teacher always say, if I get a question wrong, she say, "I'll beat you and send you over to mommy."
So
I never know this. This is news to me. We could talk to our teachers in patois when I went to school in Jamaica. It was no problem. I didn't
oh,
know that Jamaica is so strict on people talking English or patois nowadays. I didn't even know.
Okay, so I have the baby one. I have the baby here with me also. How old are you? No, she can't see you. Tell her.
5.
Do you speak patois? You don't? This one chat, but they say, talk to them. Say hello.
Hello.
Tell them a story. Tell them a story. What happened today at school?
My teacher, guess what? My teacher said,
Tell them, they're not hearing you. Tell them no.
guess what?
Mhm.
My teacher said it's tomorrow's going to be Children's Day.
Okay, she don't want to speak.
I
That
can
now.
speak patois. I can speak patois.
You can. All right, go ahead.
Me know say you not go party today, but me I go.
That's not patois.
But
Yeah,
you
she
can
said
hear though,
me. She
because they
said
don't
me in it.
practice it at home or at school. You can hear that it doesn't sound natural to them. I can hear
Right.
because they don't practice it at home and definitely not at school, because other teachers know that their parents are teachers. So it does sound forced when they do say it. So I get it.
Let them know that this is just free. We're not paying you for this, So go on yard now.
Thank you so much, guys, and
Surprise
happy
guest. Thank
Children's
you,
Day
Lady
tomorrow.
Let's, for your surprise guest.
Yes, thank you, Lady Let's. Lady Let's, please tell the children thank you and say to them Happy Children's Day tomorrow. We are very proud of them, whether they
Thank
speak English
you.
or Patois. And it's they're very intelligent to have come and answered the
Yes.
questions that you ask, and it speaks volume that their parents are teachers. So we can hear that they're intelligent little kiddos, and we appreciate them.
Nadine is saying, I have a son. When he usually attended primary school, the principal used to beat him if he spoke patois. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Oh, I did not know that. You know what? To be honest with you, I've never ever heard any sort of, except for if there's some school, there are private schools. There, do any of you guys know about the Jesse Rupel School in Kingston,
Yeah.
and down in Clarendon there's like Knox Junior, where they actually teach them to speak standard English, and they expect for them to speak standard English, but it's just the reputation of the school. But I don't think they'll get into trouble there for not speaking um proper English. Oh my goodness. When we went to school, we did like talk proper English in school and stuff, but even our teachers, they some of them talk so bad.
But I think it may not necessarily be enforced all the time. I don't really remember it being enforced that much in at the primary level, but I know for sure at high school level, our principal really enforced it. She we our motto was, you shouldn't be loud, raucous, and ordinary. And ordinary was a lot to do with our language as well, because I remember in when I just went to high school and I came back home, I wasn't speaking any patois at all, and my cousins were laughing at me. They're like, "Why are you speaking like that? Why are you speaking like that?" But it was just the culture. It was just really enforced. You were not necessarily, you didn't get in trouble or anything, but it was really enforced, and it was just a part of the culture at the school.
Yeah, I don't know if it's different now than there, because I have noticed also like my little nephew, but I was kind of attributing it to, like, you know how they watch these American cartoons, and because I've got friends with their kids that live here, and they're so much into these series, these kind of anime kind of things or whatever, that they do live in England, but they speak like Americans. They speak like the things that they watch on the TV. And my nephew as well, he speaks kind of a little bit kind with a kind of a little American thing about him as well. And I was kind of thinking that it is the things that he's watching on his tablet, but it seems like I don't know for sure, but it seems like maybe out there in Jamaica now they're sort of enforcing like you have to like be speaking proper English and stuff, which is kind of okay, but it's sad that they're not allowed to. When the little child said that it's rude, it really really shocked me to think that, because it should be thought of as something nice and something to be proud of, but just
Right.
know that it's not professional kind of, but
But it's
yeah,
just going back to your point, Bestie, where and I said it to the children, like you feel like they are made to feel like patois is too much of a common language, that if you're speaking to an adult that you're rude, right? And it's the same thing that the colonizers did when our ancestors came from Africa. When they were speaking in their own languages, they were meant to feel as if they couldn't speak in that language, right? It was something that was beneath the colonizer, right? So they lost all of that, right? And that's how our children are being raised to feel as if classic is saying yes, or we should really allow our children to speak whatever the English language is, or whatever, or Mandarin, or whatever your language is. However, if you would have to make your child or raise your child to know the difference, that okay, yes, you embrace your culture, yes, you speak like that, but remember, when you're going to school, when you're doing your work, that's something that you cannot necessarily take on, or you cannot basically do that in school. So they have to know the difference, but we shouldn't allow them to feel less than when they do speak patois, right? Because
exactly.
eventually they'll feel as if they're nobodies. They're from Jamaica. But what I wanted to ask, as I see Tallman a bit in the chat, and even Classic, what does your country call their dialects rather? Um, like for Guyanese, I'm sure there are words, Classic, that's outside of the standard English, quote unquote standard English, and Tallman as well for Grenada. There are words that you use, and there's a dialect that Grenadians have. Like, what do you call it there in your country, if you're
Yeah.
still in the chat?
Yeah, and while they're answering in the chat, base, I'm not even sure if they can hear. Sometimes they maybe just leave
In
it
and
running.
out.
But
Okay.
whilst
Mhm.
they're writing, bestie, I wanted to say something as well, which sometimes some things you just scratch the surface and you don't get too deep into it. But I think that it goes back again to this kind of prejudicial kind of treatment where people think that if you like, for instance, in Jamaica, like with the kids, like if you speak English to the Jamaican standard of how they want their fluent English to be, that you're intelligent. And if you're talking patois, that's why I think, because
Right,
like what
right.
Nadine said, that her child being disciplined for talking patois, it doesn't mean that you're dumb if you talk patois. We know a lot of people, a lot of presenters, a lot of influencers. Let's take it back to basic. Look at Louise Bennett. Then, you know,
Exactly.
she spoke mostly patois, but she was very very intelligent. I've got books here because my kids and my husband, they're readers. They love reading. I used to read, but I don't anymore because I don't get time. But I've got lots of books here that are written in patois. People publish their book in patois and we go buy it to support them. It's sort of sad how it's starting to make people feel that if they can't speak the standard of English that they require in Jamaica, it's sort of make them feel like they're dumb. And that can set children back as well, because there are some children, they've never heard anyone speaking any form of standard English. Like their parents,
True.
their
That's
foreparents,
true.
everybody in their home speak Patois, but they're
That's
very intelligent. They can read and write English, but they just can't speak it fluently, you know?
Yeah, that's very true. And the same point too, some children struggle with standard English because in their community, and community meaning home and outside of home, there's no one around that's speaking standard English. And so if they're going to a school that's not enforcing it, not necessarily by physical discipline, they don't necessarily need to go that far, but just by enforcing, okay, once you're in the classroom, let us speak standard English. But if when they go back home, their environment doesn't even foster that, even inside the home.
You're disconnected again, bestie, darling.
Yeah. Some.
I'm in private mode.
She's back.
Something in my browser, so it keeps timing out. Right. So I'm saying if their community doesn't foster that, even if they're getting at school, if they're doing it at school, once they come home, they will have to find a way to know the difference. Um that's just sad, right? But if there's even one person at home, like whether it's a parent, these children are an example that their mom or their parents are enforcing it, and also when they go to school. But you have children who have no example in their community to actually keep up with the standard English at all. And I think they also struggle when they go to school because they don't have it. It's like our children doing another language. Yes, children learn languages pretty quickly. I think I saw Spiral also saying that in the chat earlier. But if it's not being practiced, like when my children come home with French, like luckily I did French right through high school. So I have a basic knowledge, even though I'm not using it or practicing it, I have a basic knowledge. But imagine if they had nothing to come home to, no help outside of Google, their struggle would be very real for them, right? Or it would be extremely challenging. So it's the same thing with patois. It is a language, and if that's the only thing they have at home, and they're just partially getting it enforced at school, they won't be able to continue with standard English.
Absolutely. Jamari is saying that I speak Patois at my school. My principal is African and he's trying to speak Patois. That's good, Jamari. You're so right. Just 1 second, tea time. You're so right, Bestie, because also, it goes back to what you were saying about that, that stereotype that they put on Jamaicans, like it's this kind of rude boy kind of, kind of bad man kind of thing. Like, these new generation teenagers that are growing up or so, they don't want to talk no standard English because it's gonna make them look soft. They want to prove that
Right.
they're the thing. So they have to like talk like yo, and those kind of things to make sort of, and it's sort of a defense and a shield, like how you said that you spoke to, like if anything, like Winston always come into the chat and say wagwan, yes. So if something happened and you go somewhere and something's happening, you just say wagwan, yes. So wagwan, yes. So like people you're gonna get their attention. But if you just go there and be like, what's happening? What's happening? Nobody's gonna look.
Nobody's gonna look, right? Nobody's gonna look. It
Exactly.
does, yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's an intrigue and an interest when it comes to patois that people actually want to figure out because they love the island. They really want to figure out what are we saying, right? So there is a bit of interest and curiosity about it to say what exactly are we saying. But it
Yeah.
has its advantages and disadvantages. It's really a very thin line when it comes to growing our children, because on one hand you want them to embrace their culture, you don't want them to veer away from it, but on the other hand, can you raise them on patois and also raise them saying, okay, it's okay at home, it's okay with your little friends, but I don't want to hear it at school, I don't want to hear it when you're speaking to an adult. Not every child will eventually get that. Eventually they will if they're focused. I saw Nadine made a comment that her mom said if they're not going to speak properly, she's going to stop sending them to school, but she had a challenge with that. So it's not easy for everyone. And it's all up to the child. And no matter as a parent what you do and what you'd want, they also have to put in the work too to know the difference eventually. That this, yes, persons will want to know or will figure out that I'm Jamaican based on my accent, but can they understand me? I remember my friend who lives here, her husband, he had a very hard time, speaking standard English when he got here. He got jobs, right? But I'm saying, do they understand what he's saying? Because sometimes I didn't even remember, I didn't even understand what he was saying. And I was like his name would have been David. And I was like, David, when are you going to embrace, standard English? Do they understand at your workplace? And he was like, his attitude was like, he doesn't care. Like, they should ask him what he's saying if they don't understand. And I'm like, they don't have to. So when in Rome, my grandfather always said, when in Rome, you do as the Romans do, right? So if you're in somebody else's country, you should embrace speaking how they can understand you. And sometimes in the workplace, I get sometimes annoyed when I see other persons and coming and they're gathering together while everybody's working and they're speaking their own language. And personally, I didn't like it. And then eventually the workplace put out a policy that whilst you're in working spaces, you're not to speak anything else outside of English. And I thought that was good because I don't know what they're saying, right? Nobody knows what they're saying. It's like I'm going to the nail shop to do my nails and the person is talking Vietnamese. They could be saying, "Oh my gosh, your feet are so big and ugly." Like, I am the customer. You should be speaking a language that I can understand. Like, you shouldn't be talking and whispering in Vietnamese and right in front of me, like, as the customer, right? So in the workplace, they can't do that anymore. So it's there's just a thin line there when you're talking another language, but you have to know the difference. But we have to find a way that our children still know and embrace the culture and don't it doesn't get eroded, but they just have to know when to do or when to speak standard English.
Right. But sometimes it's so hard. We don't want to confuse the children. They're gonna speak it because as you heard the children,
Yes,
their
for sure.
voice. So they're gonna speak it, but they know their limits. So
Right,
even though
right.
they're saying that, they're like, I speak to my friend, I talk to my friend, But I know for adults, I'm not gonna do that because they don't want to sound rude. Maybe they don't. As I was saying before, because it can be rude in the tone, right? And
Yes,
he said it to the
yes.
tone because it can be angry. Are you angry with me? But like if I hear my husband calling me a certain name, like my name still, but if hear him calling me that name and saying something, I'll be like, what did I do now? You know what I mean? So maybe that's how they're looking at patois. If their mother, is a teacher in the moment, because she speak patois to them. If she's angry at them, that's the only time you will hear her speaking patois like that. But I'm just saying that we don't want the kids to be confused. That's the reason why they are trying their utmost best to, let them know that embrace English, proper English, because exams, I'm stressing on the exams because we are in the exam season where exams are coming up, and as I said it before, unless CXC will tell you to write something, but they're not going to say Patrick because it's a Caribbean exam,
Right.
right?
And there's so many dialects across the
Right,
diaspora, so they will never say they're going to try and do something to facilitate any particular country. But yeah,
right.
you're right. The children would have to embrace standard English. It's like even if say we didn't speak patois and we spoke a totally different language, we spoke French, and we're in an English speaking country, right? Like you'll find parents ensuring that their children know how to speak French and they'll talk French
Mm,
at home. But at school, they know that when they get to school, they have to communicate to the teacher and everyone else in English. So I guess that's the same rule, right? But or my takeaway is too often Jamaicans let patois be something that is a degrading or downgrading thing, and you are less than if you should speak patois. And other countries they don't look at their dialect or other languages like that, right? So
right. Um, I was about to say thanks for your takeaway as it is my channel. Um, one of the things that I heard Lady Simone spoke about earlier, she spoke about Miss Lou. I think speaking patois. Yes, applaud her and what's his name again? Bob Marley. I don't know if you spoke about Bob Marley, but I'm just highlighting these persons. So
Yeah, I
um,
did. Yeah.
Miss Lou, she knew how to speak proper English. She could go anywhere, any crowd. She could go in front of the Queen, but I'm saying this was for money making. persons writing a book in patois is for money making, So, unless
But it's not always tea time. Honestly, sometimes it's for education, and sometimes
you,
if
but
we're
make something from it.
Bye, my Italian Fab. Thank you so much. Goodbye, my love. Thank you so much, honey. I'll see you later when you go live reading your story. I'm not cutting you tea time, but as Bestie was saying about takeaway, the bottom line of what I take away from all of this, even though it wasn't a planned live, wasn't a planned conversation or anything, but the bottom line of what I'm gonna take away from this when we actually end, I'm gonna take away that we have to look at things two-way, right? Our ancestors fought, to come out of that kind of colonization, and they fought, and what they've been through, and we don't even have to go down that road, how hard it was for them to set themselves aside, and just acquire this kind of identity, this language that was them, and they embraced it, and they know that it was them, and they didn't have to take on someone else's language. How hard that was. So it's kind of sad, like hearing a child saying that if I speak like my native dialect, then it's rude. And it's kind of sad that people associate with aggression or anger or, loud or vulgarity with our native dialect, because the majority, there are some people in Jamaica that are very loud, to be honest, and some of them are very, kind of speaking in an aggressive tone, not physically aggressive, but the majority of Jamaica are well spoken, intelligent people. And you don't have to be fluent in your English. You have to speak that people can understand you, and, use words in their correct context and grammatically correct, without having an accent or, changing anything or anything like that. But the ones that are louder always overshadow those other people, that wants to embrace the dialect. It's been misrepresented so badly, like what I said about,
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
somebody thinking that a swear word is yeah, I know how to talk Jamaican because I can say that. Like, half of Jamaica don't even use that word anyway. That was the first time my son heard that word. Back to you, my tea time.
Okay, to me. All right. So, educational purposes and for success, many parents feel that Jamaican language not gone away, right? So the parents feel like children who speak proper English will do better academically and will be taken much more serious. And many persons are like, I'm not gonna call the name. I don't want to be rude. I don't want anybody to think that I'm being rude, but I'm saying, look at carers, right? Many persons will pull to her if she's in the social media space, and along with, I don't know anybody else's name, like, no, who's password then, and just go on their channel, just hear them just going raw patois, and just doing the most, not even doing the most, but just patois. I will think that they in the social media world, they will take her much more serious. They will want her to come and do an interview, because speaking proper English, persons will take you serious. They will be like, oh, this girl know what she's saying, even when she's saying crappy stuff. The fact that she knows how to speak properly, I think,
It's the confidence. It's not the standard English. I'm joking. Go
well,
ahead.
listen, I can tell you that, like, persons will look at you, like, I mean, Jamaicans, the social world, like, you want
No,
to
I
you
agree.
want to know how to communicate with persons not only in Jamaica, right? You want to know how to communicate with persons all over the world. And I can see where it's like kind of like a shameful thing. Chinese coming to Jamaica and they are learning to speak English. They're not even here, but they want to speak English because they know that they will fit in here, right? English. You go to America, it's English. You go to UK where you want to big money, it's English. You go to wherever, English, they will be better to understand you, right? If you go to China and speak patois, person will be like, what? You know what I mean? So I think it will persons will take you much serious. And I think that's one of the reasons why parents here would want their children to speak proper English. If I come up here and just start talking patois, lot, you guys will be like, who is this girl? I don't Simone would not even want me to be on our platform. You know what I mean?
Would
So
you stop being like that? Don't say
unless
that
you
about
know me,
me.
unless
I'm a
you know me,
Jamaican. And
unless
I talk patois all the
okay. Like we have
time.
to be very frank, right? Like we will think that that person is too. Like we just be honest. We will think like this is my view actually. We will think that that person is too aggressive or just too much for me. I can't deal with her. That kind of will show us off. Like if somebody like look at not us, but look at some persons the way um who they are around, who they associate with. Like you show me your company and tell you who you are. And I'm saying, as what the young guy said earlier, it's like it's disrespectful. If I go to somewhere and I see persons just speaking patois and just doing the most, that would kind of like, let me want to think who that person is. Not to say in a Louis Bennett way or a Bob Marley way that you're trying to express yourself, but just to just go there several times and just hearing you just, it just, to me, that's just
It's
my.
true. I totally get you, Tea Time, because I wouldn't like to turn up to your live and you'd be like, hey, girl, someone or something like that. Oh my goodness. I would think. Well, I'm not just saying that you saying that, like, but there are some people can be, kind of derogatory. It's too strong of a word to use, but I don't know, too blunt, maybe. I don't know. If maybe
Mhm.
Bestie knows the word to use, but or maybe you know the word to use, but yeah, some people are too, they think that they have to prove themselves. You don't have to prove yourself to nobody. As for me, I don't even care about what anyone want to say. I talk the way I want to talk. If I want to talk patois, if I want to talk
And that's
English,
the other side of it too. When you're
yeah.
not speaking patois, your same Jamaicans will say, "Oh, you're behaving uppity, you're behaving fake." So sometimes you can't even strike a balance.
Yes, you can't. And a lot of people, and I've always like spoken okay, always, always. And so I get people saying to me like, "Oh, you're too stushy, stushy," and I get people saying to me, "Oh, you're too speaky." I went to my friend's house the other time. I think it was a couple of weekends ago. I went to do my goddaughter's hair, and she was actually having a conversation with her other friend, and they were laughing and talking, and they were talking about this lady who is a professional person, by the way. I want to come up, Simone. Oh, you can come up, my love. Yeah, that's all right. It's no problem at all.
Probably
So
put the link again. Maybe the link still there?
I'll put it now.
Is
Okay.
So
that
this,
Dean or is that Nadine?
I don't know. Maybe it's any one of them
Probably
can.
Dean.
And then um this lady was actually laughing at her friend, and she was saying like, like the friend is tea time. So did you hear tea time? How she was talking, and she was laughing. And she was like, she was saying, in it, in it. She was laughing. And I said, "Oh my God, I can't imagine how these people talk about me when I'm gone because I'm Jamaican. They expect that when I come there, because they met up, yeah, we're gonna talk, we're gonna laugh, we're at a party, we're gonna speak patois anyhow or anything. But this lady was just, speaking properly as a professional person working in a hospital and stuff. And the girl, she's my friend as well, and she started saying, me not like how they speak is spoken. Me can't bother with them. Me not like people who speak is spoken. So she was actually saying that she didn't like the girl because of the way that she was talking. And she was like, me not like how they go, me not like how they talk. And they laugh at the lady. I
Wow.
felt so bad because I thought to myself, oh gosh, when I'm gone now, you know, that they're gonna do the same. I think we shouldn't discriminate. Like people choose, not because you're
Yeah. Oh
Jamaican,
yeah.
it means I'm gonna talk the same way that you talk. Because as we were talking earlier about the different parishes and the different, I wouldn't say accent, but the different way they speak the dialect, you know, it's not everybody's gonna. I can't speak like a Kingstonian. I can't, you
Yeah,
know.
it's very hard to, even if you use the same words, you're not going to sound the same. That's just the reality of it.
So true. Where's Dean?
I was just saying, I'm saying all of us pausing, thinking Dean is coming up, but maybe I don't know.
And you
Maybe Nadine
don't
is
know
getting
that
him. Is he getting
he's
him ready?
yeah, you don't know that he's gonna have an opinion on this, you know that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I wish that people would not misunderstand. You see the word that's called ignorance. Like a lot of people, like you know how Jamaican people think that it's ignorance. Some well, let me not. Oh my God, thank you, Jesus. You stopped me before I said it. They would have killed me tonight. So you know how some people think that ignorant. If you say the word ignorant, it means that you're angry or you're aggressive or
Right.
something. Ignorance is just not knowing. It's just being ignorant of something. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
what
not
it is.
knowing.
You just
Right.
don't know. It's not knowing. You know, and I think that is the major problem with this thing. Oh, he's here. Welcome in, my lovely. You're on stage. You're ready to go.
Okay, okay. I want to say good day, guys. Good evening. As a matter of fact, it's night right now. Good night
Good night,
from the
Hello,
Nadine.
Good
beautiful,
morning from England, my love.
yes,
blessing.
from the beautiful island of Jamaica. Wagwan lady Lex, big up yourself.
Right there, right there. We're there, we're there. A joke. You
Oh,
know?
you mean? They are from the gully side. There. So
God.
Wagwan sing, big up on yourself. But they are listen to everything that is
Wait,
being
let me
said.
answer now. But they are
Oh.
too.
Bestie, bestie.
But they are one with themselves.
All right, me love that.
Listen,
Right?
if I ever hear you laugh, I know you in the background laughing. If I ever hear you
I
laugh,
am dying with laughter in the background.
Yeah,
but
because
listen, me never do it good. Me say it good in it.
No,
No, I did. Oh, bestie, please. I'm
Miss
not.
Royal, leave her alone. She did her best.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm not troubling
No,
bestie
but it
anymore.
do
Go
good.
ahead,
Oh, on
Sardine.
a
Thank
two
you,
and
Classy.
It did
clear.
excellent, yeah. It do excellent, sim.
All
No,
right, talk, Mr. Dean, talk.
yeah. I was listening, and I want to say, on a level, I know there's a balance at times. Persons are able to speak both language, but you have to understand that as a Jamaican, born in Jamaica, English is not our language any at all. You understand me? It is something that was forced on persons that are Jamaican. If you listen to the patois when a Jamaican speak, you will realize that it sounds very close to the African language. When you listen to the African language and you put the patois against it, the only difference is that in most of the sentences, there might be a shortening of words, but it sounds very similar to show you that really and truly our heritage is not coming from England or the English background. It is really coming from the African background. Now, it's really a sin or what I'd say, a shame to really see that we can be in an island such as Jamaica. And even though we are in Jamaica, Jamaicans feel ashamed to speak their own language that they were born with. Because at times we will go places, right? And as Terry said, in Rome, you do what the Romans do. But why is it when the Romans come to Jamaica, they cannot speak patois like, oh, we can go to their country and we can catch their language so quickly, speak like them so quickly, adjust ourselves? I believe that really and truly persons should really try their best to speak any language based on the area that they are in. Because let me tell you something, as a Jamaican, when I hear a Chinese person speaking, that sounds like patois to me because I am not able to understand what they are saying. When I hear someone speaking from maybe France or those places, Germany and all those places, I am not able to understand what they are saying. So just as my language might sound foreign to them, to the point where they might not understand. I believe persons should just make adjustment and try to understand the language instead of trying to force another language down the throat of other nations. Now, when we look at it, because of our economic status, where Jamaicans have to migrate from Jamaica at times to really gain wealth and all of that. You find out that we always try our best to learn other language because Jamaicans that are born with patois not only speak patois, you have Jamaicans that speak French and other language as well. You understand me? Because they have practiced and trained themselves to speak these language. There are Jamaicans working on plane that can speak 8 or 7 different language. You understand me? And these persons are not going to use patois based on the fact that the persons on the flight would not understand the patois. But at the same time, persons that are in Jamaica using the language should not be barred. I believe that at times when we go to some places and we speak the patois, persons accept it, but even though they accept it, they look at it as we are not qualified for a position that we might be applying for because we're speaking in patois. When really and truly that is our language. It's not English we were born with. We are not from England. You understand me? We are Jamaicans and our ancestors are from Africa. You understand me? That is the reason why we have a unique language. Now, we should embrace our unique language, but at the same time, diversify our thinking in such a way that we can tell ourselves that even though we speak patois, we can speak maybe 2 other language with patois, so that at any time whatsoever, we are able to adapt and translate our language in such a way that persons that we're speaking with is able to understand what we are saying, even when we speak in patois. What most people do not really understand is that the reason why most people cannot understand patois is not because we're speaking patois. It's because we speak quickly. So when we're speaking patois, we speak very fast. And because of that, before we finish speaking, persons didn't even hear what we were saying. At times when you look at Ocho Rios or maybe Montego Bay where tourists come, they interact with the Jamaican people. And the Jamaican people at times, some of them twang, yes, but a lot of them do not. You understand me? All they do is just slow down the language in a way that they speak very slowly and persons will understand. You understand me? When they do that, persons do understand. So we have to really get to the frame of mind where we can look and see who we are speaking to, which settings we are in, what we are going about, and then we adjust and adapt. Where Keres was speaking about the young man at the workplace that says persons have to just try understanding. Now, that is kind of ignorant because really and truly, if you're in a country where persons really and truly, it's 90% persons speaking English and you are there speaking a foreign language. Instead of trying to really understand what you're saying, they would rather dismiss you and put someone that is speaking their language there. So if you need a job, you have to now find a way and a method in order to really adapt and make sure that you come across to them in such a way that they are understanding what you're saying, and that will not cause a barrier between you and the person that you're working with. When I listen to Lady Lex, because I have been listening to her from she come on the panel, and I said to her, Nadine, boy, Lady Lex, step up her game with her speech, because when you listen to her, she sound like a real foreigner right now. Me like how she sound like somebody we moved a day with. When I said that,
Oh my God.
What's that Dean?
You hear my husband in the background? You hear him?
Clear your throat, Dean. Try clear your throat and come
What's
again.
that Dean?
It's a good thing, Lady Lex.
Husband, people that pray out,
It's a good thing Lady Lex already married, you understand, because she was sounding so nice and intelligent and so on. It's like I was saying, what? Where's that young lady from? That didn't sound like my Lady Lex where come on and say, boil up this and mix up that and consult your doctor. No, it never sound like my Lady Lex, you understand me? So I really like the fact that even though we are Jamaican, we were born speaking patois, we are able to adjust and use the space in such a way that really and truly, let me tell you something. When I first met Simone, I was unaware that Simone was a Jamaican because Simone's speech pattern really sounds straight English. There was no hint of Simone being a Jamaican where the language is concerned. And that just points out and show how diverse we are as Jamaican. We go to places and even though we do not speak their language, we easily adjust. You understand me? And take their language and make it our own, even though we still have our own specific language that we speak. So it's good to know that really and truly we are able to do this. Now, in the schools, if persons will just allow children, to be diverse and ask that, listen, you can write in English, speak in English while you're dealing with a lecture or you're dealing with a teacher and so on. But make sure that when you do it in proper English. Now, that is acceptable. But if you look at the situation, you will realize that a lot of children in Jamaica is able to speak in English, write in English, but they are not able to write in Patois. They are not able to put the Patois on paper and write it down. You understand me? Them don't even know how to write Guan.
I can't write patois properly. I think that give away a lot with me, and I would love to know how to write it, but I can't.
You see what I'm speaking about? And it's not hard. You understand me? It's not hard, It's just really and truly when you speak in patois, you're going to write it. Listen to the word. You understand me? Something like Guan. I just G then front of WAN, You understand? And when persons are looking at it, one, WAN. So when you come and say Guan, you just drop the G in front. When you look on patois, it is not hard to write, it is not hard to speak, but persons that seems to want to make it why I would say difficult. So they do not want to implement it in school because according to them, it's going to take too much work. They are going to have to hire teachers to teach that language, and it is not going to be used overseas. And let me tell you something that I have learned about patois. You see, once foreigners encounter Jamaicans, no matter where they come from, the foreigner always want to speak our language. If you listen or care where you live from and go, once you're interacting with a foreign person or a person that is living overseas, they try to adapt our language. Just as how we learn their language, they can learn ours as well. You understand?
Like you, quick like you, but some people it's hard for some people and it's easy for you.
Yeah, but it should at
Listen,
least I totally agree with Nadine. It should at least be an option. If it's even the private school, it should at least be an option. I believe so.
right. It should be, yeah, you cannot be trying to force a nation or the people of an island to speak English when they were born speaking something else. We wouldn't leave from here and go to Mexico, go try to tell the Mexicans them to speak patois. We would try to colonize Mexico, telling them that all of them should be speaking patois. So why is it that persons want to colonize Jamaicans and tell the whole island that they should be speaking English when it is not even our language? It is not our language. Miss Lou, as a person that was pointed out, yes, Miss Lou had many different dialects in her, what I would say, portfolio. So she could speak English, she could speak Patois and all of that. But when you look at Miss Lou and Bob Marley, you would have realized that they were not, as a matter of fact, Bob Marley was not forced to speak English. He did not adapt English. Bob Marley speak Patois from start to finish. You understand me? It's just that
Yeah,
Bob Marley draw.
but he knew English though. So it's so Betty was saying that it's a thin line because you in order to be educated, you need that English. So as you were saying before about ignorance, if you only speak patois and you only want to speak patois, you only communicate with patois, then you're not going to know how to right, like grammatically correct, and it's gonna like lessen your borders. It's gonna like segregate
Mm,
a little bit.
that is true, But why is it that way, Sim? You have to understand, the reason why it is that way is because the others, the persons that are not Jamaicans, they are not making an effort at times to really understand or even adapt the language. When we as Jamaicans have made effort to adapt and understand French, Spanish, German, and all this, because we are seeking financial gains and because
But
we have to
it goes back
migrate.
to what you were saying earlier, Mr. Dean. It's because we're a diverse people. We like to. I loved when you said that because I don't think that was like raised up or pointed out enough tonight when you were speaking about how we like to
Yeah.
diversify ourselves. How, if that's even a word, how we like to go and fit in and just go out. I was talking earlier about how diverse London is, but not everywhere in England, because where I live now, it's not that much of a diverse place. It's one set of people who are used to things one set of way, and you're gonna either join them or you're gonna have to just do your own thing and be separated from among them. So I think what you were saying before is the true answer to what you're saying now. It's
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we people as a country, we like to diversify ourselves. We like to put ourselves out there. We like to challenge ourselves, and we like to let the world know that, listen, we can do it too. you know
And apart from that, because of our opportunities that we are seeking, it becomes a part of us to adjust and adapt other person's language. And that is the reason why I'm saying the only reason why we are here and persons are trying to force us to speak other language apart from our own is because coming to Jamaica does not gain them wealth or anything like that. You understand me? When they come to Jamaica, it's really to enjoy themselves or maybe to capture a piece of land or something when they do come to Jamaica. It's not that they're going to come to Jamaica and get rich and they have to adjust to speak Patois, because even persons that have migrated to Jamaica for years and they are English speaking persons or so on, they do not stop speaking English. They continue to speak their language same way. We are the only one who has to be adjusting ourselves and saying, what did you just say? Or we have to be listening very carefully to pick up what they are saying at times. You understand? They are not the one making the adjustments, And that is why I'm saying when we look at persons coming here, they are not going to adjust to speaking Patois. But we as Patois speaking people, we go everywhere and we adjust to their language and we still can speak our language. That shows how talented and diversified we are. You understand me? It
Yeah,
does not show. And hold on, and apart from being ignorant, it's not that we are persons that are ignorant because we only speak Patois. We speak Patois because it is our native language. It has nothing to do with intelligence, dons, or anything like that. It's just our native language. It's just that persons might really sound aggressive based on how the Patois come across when they are speaking. And at times, if you look at Patois in Jamaica, I want to tell you something, Simone. In every parish in Jamaica, we all speak different what I say dialect where patois is concerned. We all speak differently. When you listen to a Kingstonian speaking, it's totally different from someone that lives down by Manchester. When you listen to someone out by St. Thomas speaking, it's totally different from somebody that lives in Kingston, even though we're all speaking patois. Because somebody from Manchester will say, me bang go down there, me did see it, go round there so. The Kingstonian not saying go round there so, or me bang go there, or me did down there. No, the Kingstonian is not speaking like that. So when you look at it, even though we speak patois, We speak different level, and persons have to be very skilled to really pick up the language. Believe me. Yes, I am off the floor now. Same.
We love it. 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 What has anyone got anything you want to add to that?
I just wanted to say I've always heard persons say we speak very quickly, but as someone who is I love languages. I think I'm probably too lazy to learn a new language, but I think once you don't know someone's language, you feel as if they speak very quickly, but they don't. It's because you don't understand what they're saying. It's like listening to any other language speaker. If you don't
So
know
true.
Mandarin, if you don't know Korean, we're thinking that they're speaking very quickly, as persons would think we are speaking very quickly as a Jamaican, or if we're speaking patois. But I don't think we speak very quickly. I think because they don't understand what we're saying, they're asking us to slow down. Even if you know a bit of Spanish or you know a bit of French, when you hear those persons in speaking naturally, it's pretty quickly, and you're saying to them, can you slow down? Because some of the words you know, some of the words you may not be catching as quickly because you are not a native speaker. So I just want people to think about that when they say, people say we speak very quickly, and yes, we speak very quickly. We actually don't. It's because they don't understand what we're saying. If we slow down, maybe they'll get it, but if they still don't know patois, they probably won't. But in any other language, when persons are talking, if you are not a native speaker, you may think they're speaking quickly, but they're not.
But some in every country, you have some people talk speak quickly for reading occurrence. You
It's
have
not
some
quickly,
Jamaican
it's
talk
because you don't
calm.
understand, you're not a native speaker of that language.
Yeah, and if we put in the context, let's put in this context. Let's say, if all right, you're fluent, right? You're fluent in English, you're fluent in patois. Let's say you know how to do something. Let's say how you know how to cook rice and peas, right? If you already know how to do it, are you gonna be there measuring out? You need measuring out the butter, measuring out the salt, measuring out the rice, the milk, the this, the
Right.
that, the that. You're not gonna be doing it. It's and people's gonna look at you and they're gonna think, what did you just do? I didn't even say you're too quick. You're moving too fast. It's because you already know how to do it. So it's as what Best is saying. It's because you know the language. You're already fluent in the language. So if someone else is not fluent, if someone else doesn't is not familiar, if it's new to them, anything at all that is new to you, you will need it at a slower pace for you to understand it or even to see fully what is going on. And I think that is the misinterpretation
Right.
with our language.
No, I
The,
don't think you should look at it from that point of view, because I'm going to tell you something. A few years ago, Papa Sand and Lieutenant Stitchy was in a concert over by Portmore Mall. I was younger at the time, and when they came in and they took the mic and everything, there were some visitors from overseas there, and I was the one who accompanied them to the Portmore Mall because we were going to Skateland at the time. Them time the Skateland used to be over there. And I want to tell you that when I went over there, because they can understand me. When I talk, they understand what I am saying. And let me tell you this. You see, when Papa San and Stitchy attack on the mic and even start sing, they did not understand what they were saying.
yeah, but that's a
They did
different
not.
style, Dean. Papa San and Lieutenant Stitchy, even if you even compare them to a different artist, they they their style of dancehall or reggae music is to spit
No, I
their
am
lyrics
saying, Terry, when they
extremely
were
fast.
speaking, Terry, when they took the mic and was speaking, the persons did not understand. They
Yeah,
were
and
asking me, what they must say,
even when they're speaking,
right?
because they have a different style of their music, they also are rapid speakers.
Right, so
Outside of
me could
that,
have said
they are
some people
exceptions.
speak quickly.
They are exceptions. So maybe choose another example, but Papa San and Lieutenant Stitchy, they are exceptions. because they
Them can
already have
speak.
that
Them
style. They
can speak.
also
Them can
speak.
speak slow, and them can speak fast. And
They're creatures
persons,
of habit because they're doing it a lot. They just continue to doing
Yeah,
it.
they are exception. I'm telling you, because I have heard not even not only Lieutenant Stitchy, but also I think he used to be on Magnum. He's another dancehall artist that is extremely speaks very very fast. Even as native speakers, you know that they speak fast. Even though you can pick up what they're saying, they speak very quickly, and it's because of the style of DJ that they also do. Compare them to a Beanie Man, compare them to a Bounty Killer. They are spitting lyrics in their everyday talk is just like you and I. So if
no,
they
so
are,
that
if
is the
they,
reason.
and
No,
especially the
what
persons
I
you are
was
with, they are
really
not
pointing
native
out.
speakers, so they
No,
definitely
what
won't understand.
No, what I was speaking, pointing out, Carrots, is that really and truly, sometimes when you're speaking fast, persons will not understand, and if you slow it down, they get what you're saying.
Oh yeah,
They
for
can
sure.
get
We
what
have to.
you're
That's what Simone
saying.
is saying. If we
That
slow
was what
down,
I was
they will
pointing
get it
out.
because they are not native
You
speakers.
understand? So that was because just like remember, I sell a lot of African movies, right? And when I used to sell these movies, many of the time I don't watch them now. You know why I don't watch them? The Africans, when they are speaking, to me, they were speaking very quickly because their language was like, and
Right, because you're not a
sometimes,
native speaker, so you're gonna think that, and they probably say to you, no, we're not speaking quickly because they understand. Okay, for example, this lady, as simple as it sound, there was a tourist saying to her, I don't understand what you're saying because you guys speak very quickly. And some persons may say what she was saying seems silly, but what she said, we are not speaking quickly. You just have to listen well. And she's so right. She doesn't know how, unless she really slows down. Do you want to buy Aki? Right? But she wasn't speaking very quickly. But what she's trying to express to the person, you need to listen more carefully because the person just are not a natural speaker. So it's this is a debate that could go on and on, but I'm just saying generally, if and you just made a point clearly, when you're listening to the African shows, you don't get into it because you think they're speaking too quickly. And maybe an African or whoever that country would be, whether it's Ghana or Nigeria, they may say, "Oh, we're not speaking quickly," and that's because we are not native speakers of their language.
Yes, absolutely. And I would say whatever it is that is foreign to you, it takes some degree of time for you to catch up with what's going on. It doesn't matter. When you just started driving, you started holding two hands on the steering, you start going, you start looking when you're going, you start checking all your mirrors. When you get used to driving, you just gone about your business, driving with one hand, speeding, doing all these things. But it's not that before the other people were driving very fast. It's just that they were just used to what they were doing. And then you got used to what you're doing. And then the other person that's learning. And I know it's not an example relating to the topic, but I'm just trying to say, like, a lot of people say that Jamaican people speak fast or they can't understand us. We need to slow down and stuff. But I agree with Misty. I can think of a lot of language that I think they speak very quickly and they even do the actions with their hands and stuff very quickly. And as Misty is saying, is maybe because we don't know it, because maybe they're just talking at normal pace, you know?
Yeah. But I
I,
think Dean touched on a lot of very good points. Some of them we
yeah,
had said before, but a lot of good points in terms of well, that they should embrace our culture when they get here. For example, a lot of Asians, they open businesses in Jamaica, and yet when you
exactly.
go in there to and you know transact business, it's like they don't want you to speak patois, right?
Mhm.
But you are offering a service in my country, and that's where I should be able to be as comfortable as possible, because if I go anywhere else, I have to embrace that person's language. But what
Mhm.
we have to be careful of, Dean. I know I understand that point, but the reason we don't necessarily in all areas is because we don't want, as you're rightly saying, Jamaica doesn't really have one product or natural resource that we can be above any other country. And so we have to be careful that we don't allow our language to isolate us on a global level, financially, right? Because a language can do that. If investors cannot communicate well when they get here because we have chosen to use patois as our first language, then it will isolate us as a country. And I think
Yeah.
that's the reason it
What
has
tea time
not
I
really
prepare for?
gone to a certain
Tea time
level
your
as we
time.
would want it to be as yet, you know. But I do understand when we are in Jamaica, we should be as comfortable as possible to speak our patois, and persons who come here should be able to communicate to us as best as possible. And we can always switch it up. You said it. We are a very diverse set of people. Our motto also says it, out of many
Out of
one,
one,
right?
yeah.
But we just have to be careful that we don't use this language to isolate ourselves
Isolate
on a
ourselves. Yeah.
global level.
You
Yes.
know, I want
How's
to
the
tell you
tea
that
time? The tea time
I
I
love
talk to you.
I love the Chinese that comes to Jamaica. Believe me when I tell you, I recognize and realize that out of all the persons that really come here, the Syrian persons, the persons from India and China, they gravitate quickly to the language, and also the Cubans, because when you check the Cuban doctors and so on, they are able to speak patois fluently, even though they are from Cuba. I have interacted with a lot of those people, and those people, when they are speaking patois, they do not see patois as a lesser language or something that they should be ashamed of. They see it as a language to communicate with the people of the island. And that is how I believe person should be looking at the language. You understand me? If you're in a country where you're born and you feel ashamed to speak your native language, it means that there's something wrong. You understand me?
Yeah.
Because persons are there pressuring you not to speak your language that you were born with. When you were born, was not born with an English book in your head, and you were born speaking like. I want to tell you that some of us as Jamaicans, when we start speaking proper English, people laugh after us. You understand me? Because our proper English is no proper English whatsoever, because we continue to mix the English with the patois. But to us, it sounds correct. It sounds good. You understand me? And we are able to communicate. But as a Jamaican, we still make errors when we are speaking English with others. The real English speaking person might realize that, yes, we have made some errors. But when you are someone who is as fluent as, say, Simone, you know, that's not a problem. You understand me? It's
But
not
you
an
know,
issue.
sometimes we confuse accents with like
With grammar, we
grammatically
confuse
correct
accents with
with
grammar.
grammar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people, even people that are actual English people that were born here, they speak sometimes,
Poorly.
and I think to myself, like,
Yes.
gosh, like, did you
Even
go to
here.
school? Why are you saying, why are you speaking in the past tense? Why are you speaking future tense? Why are you, that's not correct how you're saying it, you know?
Mhm.
And oftentimes I hear my husband saying to my children that you write the way you speak. So they might say something and he might correct them and they might say, but dad, it's the same thing. It's like, no, it is not. Because if you say it that way, that's how you're going to write it down on a paper. So a lot, and that is a lot of times what we get it. I don't want no one to come at me, but a lot of time as a nation, we definitely confuse accents or you know different kinds of accents with being with grammar, as Bestie would say, with grammar. Somebody come from England or America, they're speaking with their accent. Nobody want to check their grammar. Nobody want to ask them if they've even got a degree or a diploma or anything. They'll just hire them straight away just for the accent. We sometimes can be a very prejudicial set of people, and
Right.
that's the bottom line of most things. Thank you so much for becoming a member, my sweetie pie. I appreciate you. Thank you,
Right.
guys. Say thank
Because
you
of
for Poetic for
Thank you,
me.
Poetic Tears. Welcome.
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna
guys.
ask. Is Nadine saying something? Nadine, we're not allowing you because we were begging you to come on the panel and
There's tea time. We want to eat tea time.
who tell the tea time want to say
yes,
anything?
because
Tea
I want
time.
us to go over to Sis Bless. It's almost 2 a.m. I need to go to bed. I'm taking my daughter
Oh,
to
you need
school
to get
tomorrow.
some rest. Yep.
Tea time, can you come and wrap us up and just pray for us and stuff and close us out so that we can go over to Sis Bless Life Journey?
Well,
Where's
before you do that, I want to say Ish Lima dish.
Ish libadish. Ish libadish. Tell us what it means. Ish libadish.
Ish Lima dish. It means
Not
I love
lima,
you.
liba. Liba.
It
Mr.
Liba
means
is a
Bird?
feel. Ish
it
liba
it
dish.
means it means I love you in German.
That's right.
Oh, that's so nice. Do you know what? My kids study French and Latin and Spanish, and they can speak to each other. And the other day I was going to Spain and they texted me a whole message in Spanish, and I had to ask somebody at the airport to say, and they were basically just saying, I hope you both have a good holiday and have a good time together and stuff. Just
Oh,
simple
that's
stuff, but I
nice.
didn't know.
You see, I just said good
Tea
more
time
time.
coming. Tea time.
Here what?
Yeah.
Not in here.
Oh, no, you want me to talk to you? I
Me
said, no,
know.
go talk to.
So Nadine, have
Simone,
you gotten
not
that
in say you
German
need to
before?
put tea time.
Tea time. Nadine is calling it. Nadine and tea time have got some kind of love connection going on. Nadine, I'm so sorry to disappoint you, but I think tea time has stepped away from the panel rudely without saying anything, right? She's not here.
Put
Tea
on the
time.
old thing.
I'm here. I'm here. You're like a radio in my house right now.
Oh, I'm so sorry, tea time. Tea time,
Hello.
wrap us up. And please see our new member on screen. Poetic Tears is our new member. Is it Poetic Tears? Yeah. So please welcome her and just wrap us up and give us your final commentary. And you know what? I might be coming back soon because I really enjoyed you guys tonight. Thank you, Mr. Dean. Thank you, my bestie. Thank you, Tea Time. I love you
You're
guys.
welcome.
Yeah,
Blessings
man.
of
Ish
You're
all.
welcome.
libadish.
You're welcome.
Dean
Being
taught us
here.
something new. Ish
You're
libadish.
welcome. So did you guys get reach the super chat sim? You said the goal is 5. Did you reach the 5?
What that? Lady
Send
Simone?
five, Dean. Send five so we can
I
get to the
I did
goal.
not get not even one super chat out of the five. I always don't even remember to ask people. People don't pay attention
Hush,
to my goals. They don't take me
hush, hush.
seriously, which is very sad, by the way, because I'm sacrificing here, but I'll let you guys off for a minute.
Hush, hush. We'll be
So
better next time.
Amen, amen. Thank you for being a member, my sweet poetic tears. Titan, can you come and take over? I'm gonna go set up a raid for us to go over to Sis Blessed Life Journey.
oh wow. Blessings everyone. Lady Simone is something else. But we understand her, know her, right, Carols? Because she would just come up here and like, hey, we're
Oh
gonna do
yeah.
a chat. We're gonna go up there and
Because
gonna start
her
something.
high top or high this background here went into a whole discussion and panel podcast.
Oh my gosh. Simone. All right, just want to give a shout out to all those who are just coming in, silent listeners. I just want to say welcome in. Know that you're not saying much, but your presence here means a lot. And please remember to like this live stream so that others will see that. Listen, it's not only one person was there. Persons were here. Two, four, five, six, seven, eight, 20 likes, 30 likes. Let's bring it up. Look at that. I see super chat in the building. I just want to say thank you so much. Look at $1 million. I decree that you will your store basket will never ever go dry. And welcome to the club. Simone's TV membership. Look at you using your stickers shortly. Look at you. You're using them already, man. Look at that. God bless you. Thank you so much for doing that. Simone will come over shortly and officially say thank you. All right, just want to say thanks to those who came up here on the panel also. Man with a lot of wisdom, a word. Oh my goodness. And you can also check him out, Dean. He's also a content creator. And if you want to hear more of him, speaking, I mean, he has some great topics over there. Sometimes you have to be like, "Ooh, I don't want him to know that I'm here." But silent there listening in the background but he's always having good content over that side. So you can go ahead and check him out. Cares on the other hand, Simone and they call each other bestie. I don't know for what reason, but I'm not jealous. She is also a content creator, and you can check her out. It's been a while now. I haven't seen her go live. I don't know, bestie for Simone. Simone, bestie, are you back live?
Yes. No, I'm warming up. I have, as singers, they have to, warm up as a, what do you call it? I don't know the words right now, but I'm warming up. I'll get there.
Yeah. And I know whenever
Yes,
she comes,
please don't pressure my bestie. My G2, I love you so much. Thank you. Poetic, thank you so much, my sweetie, for the super chat. Thank you.
yeah, prepare yourself. I don't know what she will come with next. Like, cares. I know that you're gonna. I don't know if you're gonna come with the same thing that you had a few months ago, in the early morning. But I don't know whatever you're coming with. I know that it's going to be well put together, and the people are
Thank
waiting.
you.
Okay.
Thank you. I know. I just saw. Yes, I know. I'm
Yeah.
working on it. I'll be back. I'll be back. I will.
Yeah.
And the way how she a warm up, you see, anytime she do come back is a explosion, straight volcano.
That's
Lord
right.
Jesus. Right there, right there. See expectation every right there. Say no, right there. All right. Just want to welcome those who are just coming in. Please remember to give this live stream a like. Don't leave without thumbs up this live stream. Let Simone know that we appreciate her being back on the live. I think this is not Saturday night, people. I know that you guys are not used to this. But Simone just come out hot today. For some strange reason, she get us, and she's feeling good, and I'm happy about that. That is good. That is good. And we pray that the joy of the Lord will continue to be her strength as she thrives. All right, I just want to say thank you again, everybody. Nadine is in the building also. Nadine is a content creator. Check out each other. For those who have blue jacket, you know what to do. If you have not yet connect, please go ahead and do so. All right, because you know that you want to see the people face them. So connect and fast in them business. All right, go on fast and go on fast in Scares business. Go fast in G2 business. Go get to know somebody else. All right, spread your wings and fast around the place. All right, Evangelist Grant also is a content creator and she's here somewhere. We continue to pray for speedy recovery. That's a woman that she's a fighter. Evangelist Grant is a fighter and a warrior of God. She is a content creator who speak about farming and the Lord, the Word of God. And I love her for that. Expressing, giving a lot of testimony of how, storm came, dry weather, and the woman of God still continues to press on. So continue to do what you're doing, woman of God. And just as though you look on those beautiful green things that you have been planting, that's how the Lord will do it for you. He will
Why
water
did
you.
you say speedy recovery? She's not well.
No, me think in the hospital.
She
That
was in the
boy.
hospital. Oh my gosh, never know. I'm
Yeah.
swear me hear her up on the stream,
You see, your wife told you, right?
Yeah, she just, yeah, she tell me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Nadine, content creator. We want to get you back on nights. We missed that at night. I'm a night person. I'm not really a day person. So whenever you are in there in the night, I'll be there. Even though I want to be sleepy, but you know. All right.
Um,
So
I in the night.
what you saying?
I always on your life in the night, straight through.
I just stream them, Nadine.
The stream them, you always up on our life then.
Yes, man. Yes, man. And I appreciate you.
Tell her that she will live on it, yeah.
And she no, she's always sleeping on it. She's a sleeper, whitey sleeper. All right, Simone, is the raid ready? We're about to take a flight, guys, and please sit back, relax, and please remember to put on your seatbelt because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. I'm not sure where we're going, but we're going to a Caribbean island, I think.
I put my head between my knees.
You don't want to. You don't
That's
want
the
to.
correct posture. So I want you guys to come on the raid with me to Aruba. Actually, we're going to see Sis Blessed Life Journey. She's a supporter. She's going to be highlighting your channels. And don't run away, guys. I see you guys dropping off already. Come on, guys. And also, guys, remember that I've got a goal there. So if you're feeling generous, you can bless us and we would appreciate it. My bestie, I love you, Mr. Dean. Oh, graceful it was to
Thanks
hear
for
your
having
voice,
me.
my darling. Tea time. Oh my goodness, you're my banana sugar plum. You know that already. All of you, my G2, everyone in the chat. Nads, I miss you, my honey. I miss you so much. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait for all my panelists to go join the chat so we can go on the raid together quick before the lady ends. Okay. So thank you guys. I love you guys so much.
Yeah, man, blessings. Love you too.
Thank you, Mr. Dean.
Yeah, Ishli Madish, Charles. Ishli Madish.
It's B. It's not Okay, we're getting ready for the raid, guys. Don't go anywhere. We love you guys. Get Mr. Dean in the chat, and this is my new song, by the way, guys. The new move. Thank you, my G. God bless you, honey.
All your people say they love your vibe. Simone, it's your night tonight. Streaming L-I-V-E.
All right. So, guys, drop me those goodbye emojis while we're on our way out. Let me see those goodbye emojis.
We gon' live Simone TV. It's your moment, live your dream. All the love coming your way. Celebrating you today. Shining queen. You the star on every screen.
Oh, thank you, my bestie. Oh my goodness, there's only 2 more goals to go.
Simone, we love you.
Happy.
Celebrate you. Yeah. Every year you getting better with time. Golden heart with that beautiful shine. When you laugh, everybody feel free. That's the magic of Suppor TV. Lights flash, everybody singing along. This the place where your love belong. Make a wish, let the night unfold. Another stream more love to hold.
Hands up high, sparks in the sky. Make us smile tonight. Feel the rhythm, pure love giving. Everything.
Can somebody please drop the raid command so we can go? Come on, TV raid.
All the love coming your way. Celebrating you today. Shining queen. You the star on every screen. From your smile to everything. Suppor TV we sing.
You deserve it all tonight.
All tonight.
Oh, love.
Love and joy surrounding you.
Surrounding you.
Everything you do so true.
Hi guys, I love you guys so much. I hope I don't crash. If you do, we're going to live trend, okay? Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Guys,
You can
last,
talk with me in the plane.
You're the star
one last,
on
one,
every
one,
screen.
one last one to meet the goal,
One
guys.
more, please, guys. One more.
One last one. One last one. Let's run out of here quick. One last
Right.
Shining
Bless Simone, guys. Bless Simone. Doing very
Thank you,
nice.
my
Thank
sis.
you, guys. Thank you. Blessings, blessings.
Love and joy.
Whoa, Sharice. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you see that, Sim?
Oh
God
my
is always
God.
present, Sim. God is always present.
Amen. Bless you, my sweet sis, my pictures. Thank you so much. God bless you. God may His face continually shine upon you in everything that you do, your family, just everything that concerns you. My D2, God bless you. Everyone that blessed us today, God bless you. The panelists, everybody, I love you guys so much. Thank you, guys. Good night, guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys
Woke
so
up in the
much.
sunshine, calling your
Bye,
name.
Coleman.
Whole world shining, but you're brighter the same. Every smile you give, light up the room. Tonight we
Goodbye,
celebrate
bye, guys.
you. Camera
that's
on, yeah,
you.
you're glowing so fine. Every moment you were one of a kind. All your people say they love your
my goodness.
vibes. Simone, it's your night tonight. Streaming L-I-V-E.